And welcome back, dear teachers, to the afternoon session of Day 1 ng ating second Virtual INSET 2021.
Brought to you by the ICTS EdTech Unit in collaboration with the Offices of the Undersecretaries for Administration, Curriculum and Instruction, and Field Operations. This is Teacher Pao.
And this is Teacher Avangel. Welcome back!
Yes, welcome back. Nakakain na ba ang lahat, teacher?
Yes, definitely. Kaninang umaga, marami tayong nakain na kaalaman at kumain na ng mga teachers, pero marami pa po tayo nanamnamin ng mga pag-aaralan sa mga susunod na topics.
Yes, I'm so excited. But before that, pasalamatan muna natin ang ating 32,000 followers, viewers. Combined yan from our FB page and also from YouTube and other social media platforms kung saan nag-stream ang ating INSET.
Yes, thank you. Hello po sa 32,000 na followers na yan. Love you all. And reminder po if you have postings or meron po tayong mga nais i-share sa ating Facebook, please use the hashtag VINSET 2.0.
Yes, and of course, reminder again, para sa ating LMS registration, it will serve as our attendance. Wala pong link na inilalabas ang EdTech unit. Sa LMS lang po tayo mag-register hanggang January 31, 2022.
Yes! At nais po natin para sa mga teachers, may mga na-receive ako na hanggang gate daw lang sila, nasa bad gateway daw sila. Don't worry! Katulad ng sinabi ko, kasi yung iba talaga na sabi nila, ikot-ikot lang.
Relax lang, teachers. Hanggang January 31 pa yung ating registration.
Opo, mahaba po. Kung hindi man po ngayong araw na to, you still have more time. And paalala din po sa ating mga teachers, honesty is the best policy.
Yes. Hindi natin tatandaan yan, teachers. And of course, sa mga kapapasok lang, hindi nakapanood kanina morning session, voluntary lang po ang pag-join sa ating VINSET 2.0. But then again, it is for our own growth. At ang mga manonood po ang magpa-participate for today's VINSET, makaka-receive po ng 1-day service credit. Para yan sa mga teaching personnel.
Opo. Para pag non-teaching?
Pag non-teaching personnel ka, makakatanggap ka naman ng compensatory time off at participate ka today.
And don't worry po may memo po tayong i-release para po sa mga nabanggit kanina. Okay?
Yes, set to stone na yan pagka nakalabas na yung ating memo.
Yes! So, bago tayo mag-start, painitin mo natin ang ating hapon. Let's do some shoutouts! Teacher Pao!
Yes, from Luzon National High School and SDO Rizal. Hello kay Sir Philip Ilaw.
At mula sa English Department of Bagong Barrio National High School, especially their head, Ma'am Irene Olano, and Principal Sir Bong Danuk.
Yes, ang Math Department ng Bagong Silang High School din. Hello kay Ma'am Weng Armado.
Amparo High School Principal Sir Luisito Orma from Sir Mark Igon.
And sa Mariano Ponce National High School ng SDO Bulacan, sa principal nila kay Ma'am Julieta Pulos from Sir Jerwin Roque.
Shelito Zamora, Senior High School Principal Dr. Alvin Angus from Sir Aaron D.
At sa SDO Pampanga naman ng Pulong Maslin National High School from Manlin Escoto.
At ang grade 4 family of Silanganan Elementary School from Mrs. Lani Capistrano.
At kay Francisco S. Brosas ng Elementary School Head ng Noemi Head, ayan. Also kay PSTS, Dr. Wilmer Gatite.
At binabati din po natin Villaverde Elementary School Principal, Ma'am Lina Flor Cabildo from Chacabansa.
Again, hello sa mga taga-General Vito Integrated High School sa kanilang head, Ma'am Flor de Liza A. de la Rosa ng SDO Cavite Province. Kayo ang
general. At alam mo ba, Teacher Pawi, ako ay mula sa pamilya ng mga teachers. Kaya itong INSET na to, napakaganda opportunity para mag-get together kami. So binabati ko po ang aking mga kamag-anak na teachers. Happy reunion! Ayan, mula sa Cavite, Canaleja, Villamor, at mula sa Bicol, andyan din po ang ating mga kamag-anak dyan. Antonio, thank you so much.
I'm sure excited na ang ating teachers at home na matuto muli sa ating next speaker. Ano kaya ang topic natin, sir?
Ready na ba kayo? Ready ka na ba, Teacher Pao?
Ready na.
And to discuss our fourth topic, this is all about the proper etiquette in sending email and understanding guidelines for copyright. Seryoso to, take note, nandun yung copyright. Yan yung iniiwas-iwasan talaga natin, Teacher Pawi. So, let me introduce the speaker. He is a scholar of Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila in 2005. He took a bachelor in physical education. At present, he He is finishing his graduate studies at the Philippine Normal University. Sir Ariel had 11 years of teaching experience in a private school and had been a head teacher of the Music Arts, PE, and Health Department. Prior to his detailed assignment at the central office, he is a faculty member of Las Piñas City National Senior High School, CAA campus, from the school's division of Las Piñas City, where he served as the sports coordinator, Rover Scout coordinator, guidance advocate, and a subject area coordinator for PE and health. He is a module writer, lecturer, and resource speaker in various training workshops, and one of the pioneer national open educational resources core leaders in the country. He joined as an EdTech specialist of the Information Communications Technology Service Educational Technology Unit at the DepEd Central Office in 2020, being recognized as Microsoft Innovative Educator, Microsoft Education Ambassador, and Google Certified Educator. He shared his expertise in the information and communications technology as part of the EdTech specialist to the open educational resources, DepEd Commons, DepEd Learning Management System, DepEd TV, and DepEd Online, DepEd ETULAY, a free online tutorial as DepEd Online ETULAY National Tutor. As one of the main trainers of the ETU, Microsoft, and Google education programs, he also joined in the different projects of the ICTS and Tech Unit. Grabe ang galing talaga ni Sir. Such as being panelist in 2021 EduTech Philippines. He is the Alternative Learning System EdTech Empowerment Project Lead. Ito pa. He is also part of the DepEd TV National Teacher Broadcasters and Associate Producers, a member of the Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas, and the Program Head for Scouting in ETULAY. His affiliation as a member of international communities like the International Organization of Health, Sports and Kinesiology, and P4 World Education Week has made him to confidently share his knowledge and skills to other teachers. Ladies and gentlemen,
Pambigatin ang ating speaker.
yes, kaya ladies and gentlemen, the newly promoted Master Teacher 1 of the Las Piñas City Science High School. Please welcome Sir Ariel A. De Los Santos.
Good afternoon, teachers from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and all over the world. Welcome to our virtual INSET 2.0. Thank you very much for our hosts, Sir Avengel and Sir Pawi, Ma'am Pawi. Thank you so much for that introduction. I am Ariel De Los Santos and one of the EdTech specialists, and my task today is to discuss etiquette in sending email and understanding guidelines for copyright. So let me have my shout out first to SDO Las Piñas. Good afternoon. Thank you for watching and participating sa lahat ng ating mga teachers dyan. No? Thank you so much. All right. So let's have first the email. For email, we will be discussing the definition, the advantages of emails, the types, the parts, and the etiquette of sending email. So let's define an email. Before proceeding to the etiquette in sending email, I think it's best to define what is an email. And according to Oxford Languages, email are messages distributed by electronic means from one computer user to one or more recipients via a network. And a similar definition is from Wikipedia, which is a method of exchanging messages between people using electronic devices. A lot of books, dictionaries, write-ups, journals, and researches give almost the same meaning for email, and all these fall in one word, which is communication. That means the process of sending and receiving messages. And this is a very important tool, especially now that we are facing pandemic, no face-to-face, and this is one of the most perfect tool for communicating with our learners and also with our teachers and parents. Okay, so let's have the types of email. We have 4 types of email: the no reply email, the inquiry email, the open-ended email, and the action email. Let's discuss that one by one. The first one is the no reply email. If you can see in that image, that is an example of no reply email. All right, so it seems that the sender wants to tell the receiver something, either a compliment or an information, meaning there is no reply or no reply is necessary. Okay, so the second one is the inquiry email. In inquiry email, you need something from the receiver in a reply. For example, an advice or question answered. The reply is your desired outcome. The action email, the goal is not the reply. The goal is to get an action on the part of the receiver. For example, a sales pitch if you're having a business letter or business email, or asking for a website link in exchange. Okay? So let's move on with the parts of an email. This is very important because sometimes we are reading messages in the subject line, not in the body or not in the context or the text message mismo ng ating email. So basically, the parts of an email are the to line or the to, and then the subject, the body, and the attachment. Let's discuss first what is this first part. The first part is the subject. An email subject line is the first thing, ito po yung unang-una nakikita ng ating mga reader or ng ating mga recipient ng email. It is important to keep an email subject line informative, catchy, and brief. Brief lang po, no? So, hindi masyadong mahaba. Sometimes, makakita po tayo, lalo na yung mga first time na gumagamit siguro ng email, akala nila, doon nila itatype yung pinaka-message nila sa subject line, which is not proper. Ang pinaka nilalagay po natin sa subject line ay yung brief or summary lang ng ating mga ilalagay tungkol sa ating email or tungkol sa ating mga messages. Okay? That is the subject line. It summarizes the main idea of your message. And then the next is the to line. This is the address of the person who will be receiving the message. If the person's email or if the person's email ad is typed wrong or mali yung pagkaka-encode natin ng ating nilagay na email address, ang mangyayari po niyan, babalik po sa atin yung ating email. Hindi po yan masisend sa ating gustong padalan. In professional email messages, it includes full names and email. Kung makikita nyo po sa ating mga emails when we're using different providers like Gmail, we have Outlook, no, doon sa ating Microsoft, and Yahoo Mail, ayan po ay ginagamitan po natin ng email address sa to line. Kapag hindi po tama ang ating email address, babalik po sa atin yan. Okay? At ang importante po doon, sa mas professional po is if we type the full name and yung ating email ad ng ating mga recipients. And that is to clearly identify the sender or receiver. Okay? The next one is the salutation or the body. This is the body. Yan, yung pinaka-white na nakikita nyo sa screen, that is the body or the message box. Okay? This is where we type the message. Ano ba yung mga nakikita natin sa message natin? The salutation, the body format and content, and the closing. For the salutation, it provides a friendly start to your communication, and we address properly our recipient. We will use, for example, Mr., Miss, or the title, the designation of the person that we are writing the letter or the email. Okay. The format of the opening line and the rest of the message, so they are easy to read, focus on a single topic, and keep the message brief. Okay. So in sending emails, it is proper that we're writing the email direct to the point. Okay, so that is no more than 25 lines if possible. Ideally, your reader should not have to scroll the message from more than once or twice. Hindi na siya masyado pang magbababa ng kanyang mag-scroll ng kanyang screen just to read the whole text. Kung mahaba po yun, we can add an attachment. Alright? So, we can add an attachment to our email pag mahaba po yung ating i-discuss. So, mas maganda, meron tayong letter or may message muna tayo, what is the attachment all about? Alright? And then, let's have the closing. For closing, to end our email, it is best to use a signature block. Ano pa yung nakikita natin dun sa mga signature block? Meron po dong name, may contact information such as the name of your organization, the address, and your telephone number. So yun po yung tinatawag nating e-signature or yung ating signature block sa ating mga emails. Most email programs can insert signature blocks for you. Sa lahat po yan, no? Ginagamit po natin yan. So those are the different parts of our email. And then let's now talk about the advantages of email. What are the advantages of email? If you can see, advantages of email first is the free tool, quick, simple, easy referencing, accessible, paperless, mass sending, instant access of information, and flights. Now, so what do we mean by easy or it's a free tool? It's free, all right? So when we say it's free, when we use internet or when we are online, kahit saan po tayo na pumunta, no, meron po dyan tayong pwede nating ma-access yung ating mga email, yung ating mga messages. We can receive and send email basta naka-online po tayo. And that's free. Free for Gmail, free for Outlook, free for Yahoo, yung ating mga ginagamit na mga service providers ng ating email. Okay? The next one is it's quick. It's easy, right? So it's easy to send and easy to receive. That's quick. Mabilis lang kung natatanggap at naipapadala natin ang ating mga messages. And third is, it's very simple. Napakadali lang pong gawin, pero meron tayo syempre mga standards na dapat sundin when we use emails. Napakasimple lang po niyang gamitin. So, meron po siya mga dapat lang na sundin, no, pag tayo ay gagawa ng ating email. For easy referencing, for example, no, for documentation or meron tayo hinahanap na mga document or hinahanap na mga references, madali lang po yun. Yun po yung importance ng subject line kanina. No, kapag nag-research po tayo or nag-search tayo ng something about an email or a letter, no, hinanap po natin yung isang, itatype lang po natin doon sa search box ng ating mga, sa ating mga email, yung pinaka-subject, lalabas na po yun. So, importante po talaga yung paggamit ng subject line. Another, it's accessible. Yun na nga, sinabi ko na nga kanina, anytime, anywhere, pwede po tayong makapag-send at makapag-receive ng ating emails. And syempre, ito yung pinaka talagang advantage nito, no? This is paperless. This is really paperless. Mass sending, you can actually send thousands of letters to thousands of one letter or two letters in thousands of receivers or recipients, pwede po kayong makapagpadala yan. Okay? Instant access of information and files also is an advantage of email. So these are the advantages of email. Napakaganda. But if there's advantage, meron din pong mga disadvantage ang ating mga email. First, syempre, gagamit yan ng ating internet connection, ng ating hindi tayo basta makakapag-send kapag tayo ay offline. Kailangan tayo ay laging naka-online. So, yun lang naman yung pinaka nakikita natin na disadvantage of email. Ang disadvantage, mas marami if we are not knowledgeable or more educated sa paggawa ng mga email or yung ating standards sa paggawa ng email or pag-send ng email. Doon lang nagkakaroon ng mga disadvantages yan. Okay? Moving on. Let's have this. The etiquette in sending emails. This is really very important. Very important na pag-aralan natin this etiquette. Etiquette, we mean etiquette, what is the proper way or ano yung mga pinaka-importante or mahalaga na dapat nating tandaan sa paggawa or pag-send ng email. Okay? So lagi nating tatandaan na dapat una, hindi ang ating mga emails ay public document na. Lagi po nating tatandaan yun. Remember that everything that you mail is a public document already. Number 2, never talk about other people in an email. Why? Because it's already documented. So pwedeng maging katibayan yon against you kapag hindi maganda yung mga napag-uusapan ninyo sa isang tao. Kaya never talk about other people in an email. Kahit naman po siguro hindi sa email, it's not really nice na pag-usapan ng isang tao. Okay? So check the grammar and sentence structure. Kasi kapag hindi po natin chinek ang ating grammar, it seems like hindi na rin natin nire-respeto ang ating recipient. At maaaring iba yung gusto nating iba yung gusto nating sabihin sa natatanggap ng ating pinadala nung email. Kaya it is really very important to spell check or grammar check yung ating mga pinapadalang email. Number 4, if your message includes a request, okay, pag nagre-request po tayo, always close with a thank you to the recipient for considering it. Lagi po tayong magsasabi ng thank you. It's very important. It's maganda pong pakinggan, maganda rin pong pakinggan yung ating magandang basahin rather yung ating mga message kung tayo ay nagte-thank you or nakakabasa rin tayo ng thank you, maganda po yun. Do not demand or expect immediate response. Most of the time, we use hoping for a response, hoping for a positive response. Ang mas maganda po talaga nating dapat gamitin ay looking forward for something like yung kung ano yung ine-expect nyo doon sa recipient. Yung po yung mas ethical na dapat nating gawin. Number 6, review your message before sending it. Baka meron ka pang mga mali or kaya baka nag-copy-paste ka lang, meron kang hindi natanggal na pangalan, iba yung nagalaw mo o kaya mamaya naman napindot mo, reply, send to all, Kaya marami kang pinagbigyan ng message na hindi mo namamalayan o hindi mo na-review. So, it is very important to review your message before sending it. Kasi mamaya iba yung takbo ng isip mo, iba yung natatype mo, iba pala yung napadalan mo din nung mensahe na yun. Okay? So avoid using all caps. Alam naman natin lahat ito, Maski sa instant messaging, we have to avoid using all caps. Why? Because all caps, it seems like when you use all caps, parang kang galit, may anger ka, malakas yung iyong malakas yung emotion na nandoon na maaaring ma-misinterpret. So for everybody, please avoid using all caps in sending emails. Number 8, always use courteous expressions. Alam naman natin to. Gusto rin natin na pag tayo yung nakakabasa ay maganda yung ating mga nababasa tungkol sa atin or magandang mga words ang nababasa natin. Magaan po kasing basahin yon at kaaya-ayang basahin yun. So ganun din tayo kapag tayo yung nagsusulat or magsisend ng email. We always have to use courteous expressions. 9, consider the use of CC in your email. So ano ba yung CC? For faculty, sa ating mga offices, meron tayong sinusunod na mga protocols or channeling, importante po yung CC or carbon copy na dapat yung ating mga boss ay alam din kung ano yung napag-uusapan doon sa email na yon. So that is very important. Consider the use of CC or yung mga BCC. So mas marami pong mas makakaalam. Kumbaga parang for your information, para mas alam ng iba. So channeling is there kapag gumagamit tayo ng CC. And then the 10th is avoid cracking jokes in your messages. It's formal. dapat professional ang dating kapag gumagamit tayo ng email. So yan ay mga dapat nating tandaan, lalo na tayo ay mga guro, tayo ay mga teachers, at yan ay ituturo din natin sa ating mga estudyante. And that's all about email. So sana na meron kayong napulot sa ating usapin tungkol sa paggamit or pag-send ng email. Let's move on with our next topic. Ito, interesting to. Lalo na ngayon na tayo ay nasa, wala tayong face-to-face pandemic ngayon, at mas maraming chances na tayo ay blended learning, gumagamit tayo ng online class. So, gumagawa tayo ng video, gumagamit tayo ng mga images in our presentation. So, importante na malaman po natin ano ba yung mga guidelines for copyright. Ito po ay konti lamang, dahil maaari pang marami pa ang tungkol sa copyright. I would like to start with legal basis. Ano ba yung batas sa Pilipinas na pumoprotekta sa karapatan ng mga may-ari ng mga works na ito, literary, musical pieces na ito? Ito yung tinatawag natin na Republic Act number 8293 or the Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines. So, importante po na malaman natin ano ba yung legal basis, Kasi lagi na lang natin naririnig, copyright yan. Ako, na-copyright ka. Tapos yung iba parang ipapagwalang bahala lang na na-copyright. Okay? So, kung ito po ay batas, ibig sabihin lang po nito, this is punishable by law. So, pwede po tayong maparusahan. Meron po tayong mga fine, meron tayong mga punishment na pwedeng ibigay sa lalabag sa batas na ito. Depende po sa bigat nung kaso. Pero bago po siya maging kaso, meron pa pong mga pagdadaanan yan na mga proseso. So, pwede pa kayong mag-meet, Kaya kung mapapansin po ninyo, ang ating YouTube, ang ating Facebook, hindi naman po sila yung nagmamay-ari nung mga nilalagay natin or ginagamit natin. Nagwa-warn lang sila na baka yung may-ari nung ginamit natin na image, na video or audio ay maaaring magreklamo sa atin. Kumbaga, si Facebook lang po ang nagiging channel para magkaroon ng compromise or magkaroon ng agreement yung dalawang party, yung gumamit at saka yung may-ari ng ginamit, para makapag-usap at para ma-avoid yung further cases na mangyari sa paggamit ng mga copyrighted material. Okay? So, dito sa Chapter 2 ng ating Republic Act 8293, dyan po natin may kita o mababasa ang mga, yung mga nakapaloob na material or works na pwedeng maging copyrighted na gagamitin. Sabi dito, literary and artistic works hereinafter referred to as works are original intellectual creation in the literary and artistic domain protected from the moment po of their creation and shall include in particular, ito po yung mga example, books, pamphlets, articles and other writings, periodicals, newspapers, lectures, sermons, addresses, dissertations prepared for oral delivery, whether or not reduced in writing or other material form, letters, at marami pa pong iba ang nakapaloob dito sa batas na ito. So ang ibig sabihin lang po nito, hindi na kailangan pang magproseso na ipa-register nung gumawa or magpa-license nung gumawa dito sa tinatawag nating mga original works. The moment, ang nakalagay po sa batas natin, the moment of their creation. Pagmamay-ari na po yan ng gumamit or ng gumawa ng pinaka-original creator nun. Tapos sa 172.2, works are protected by the sole fact of their creation, irrespective of their mode or form of expression as well as of their content, quality, and purpose. So napaka-importante po na alam natin itong batas na ito tungkol sa copyright. Para po tayo pong mga teachers, hindi sasama yung loob na nagturo na tayo, nagpagod na tayo, limited lang. Hindi po limited, bibigyan po namin kayo ng mga samples mamaya, kung saan kayo pwedeng kumuha ng mga free from copyright issues. Sa YouTube po, o sige sabihin ko na po, no, sa YouTube pwede po tayong pumunta sa audio gallery. So sa audio gallery po, sa studio ng YouTube, pwede po kayo doon makakuha ng mga non-copyrighted material or audio. Puntahan nyo lang po yung ating audio gallery. Sa Canva naman po, na pinapagamit po tayo ng mga public domains, no, ng mga images. Ibig sabihin po ng mga public domains, it's free to use yung ating mga materials na nandoon. Okay, so ito na, pag-usapan na natin yung tips to avoid copyright infringement on social media. So the first one is to ask and receive permission. Ito po talaga yung pinaka-importante at pinaka-mabisa, no, na paraan para tayo ay walang copyright issues. Kung kaya po natin, no, na magpaalam sa may-ari, no, kung kaya nating mag-PM or tumawag sa kanya, pero dapat po yung response nung tao na yun ay documented para meron po tayong katibayan na yun po ay pinapagamit sa atin. So the first one is to ask and receive permission from the creator, the original creator. The second is use images from a public domain. Ito na nga po yung sinasabi ko, no? Marami pong paraan para makakuha, lalo na yung mga images, ano, marami po tayo na sa public domain or yung ating mga Creative Commons na hindi po, wala pong issue sa copyright po yun. Okay? So, mas maganda po na yan po yung gamitin natin. At kung kaya naman po ninyo, may cellphone po kayo at meron po kayong gadget, pwede nyo pong gamitin yun para original na kayo po ang nag-take ng image na yon at yun ang pwede nyong gamitin. Kung sa ano naman po, kung gagamit po kayo ng gadget pero ang subject ninyo ay bata, kailangan pa rin naman po doon na, yun naman po, iba ng usapin, ano, pero kailangan meron pa rin kayong permit naman sa parents nung gagamitin yung subject kung bata po. Okay? So, give credit. Usually, ito naman po, give credit para ma-lessen lang yung burden na hindi nyo na properly cited yung inyong reference, pero this will not make you, this is not an excuse para magkaroon kayo ng kaso sa copyright. So wag po nating wag po tayong mag-chill lang, no, kapag na-credit naman siya, nalagay naman, na-cite naman yung may-ari ng pinanggalingan. That is not an excuse still sa copyright issues. So, mas importante pa rin po na talagang nakapagpaalam po tayo sa original creator nung ginagamit natin. Okay? So, this is very important tip. Review ownership rights. Lahat po ng mga social media accounts, kapag gagawa po tayo, pag gagawa tayo ng ating mga accounts, meron po yung mga security features, meron po yung mga nakalagay doon tungkol sa mga ownership rights. So dapat po yun ay binabasa. Usually, ang chine-check nyo lang doon yung box na I have understood, parang chine-check nyo kaagad po yun, na hindi nyo na basta binabasa. So I'm also guilty about it, pero importante po pala na tayo ay nagbabasa bago natin siya checkan para mas alam natin kung ano yung mga dapat nating iwasan at kung ano yung pwede nating ipangdepensa if time comes na tayo ay mapasailalim sa isang kaso sa copyright. Next, ito po yung pinaka-last, and I think this is the safest para sa copyright issues. Consider buying a content. Medyo mamimili lang po tayo syempre nung mga content na gusto nating gamitin, mapa-music man yan, mapa-images man yan, or any literary works na kung pinagbibili naman po yung copyright is pwede naman po yun. Basta, ulitin po natin, properly documented lahat ng ating move sa pagdating po dito sa copyright issues. Okay? So I think that's all, and I'd like to end my presentation with this quote by Chris Jami of Philosophy. When you have wit of your own, it's a pleasure to credit other people for theirs. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Ariel. Napaka-informative lang po ni Sir Ariel.
Yes, tama ka dyan. And alam mo, may baon akong mga nakuha from Sir Ariel eh. Naalala ko talaga, Kasi tayo, di ba, we have now our DepEd email. And dapat pala maging maingat na tayo sa paggamit nito. Kasi kanina naalala ko sinabi ni Sir Ariel, wag magchismisan sa email. And also, take note, public document na yun.
Yes, yan ang karamihan sa atin hindi alam yan kasi sabihin nila, personal email ko naman yun, di ba? But since it's already in the internet, it's considered as a public document.
And also, huwag kalimutan, Teacher Pao at ating mga guro, ingat tayo sa pagkuha din ng mga media from internet kasi kailangan po natin i-recognize kung yung rights na tinatawag. Kung yan ba ay for free or kung meron po tayo dapat i-acknowledge ng mga tao behind it. Okay? Kasi minsan guilty tayo dyan, no?
Yes.
Google, copy, paste.
Sa mga presentations, di ba?
Kakalimutan natin ako pag yan naging public material na. Oops! Baka dyan tayo masapit, dear teachers. Okay?
Yes. Alright, so before we proceed na, sir, batiin muna natin yung ibang schools and the heads na nagpapag-greet sa atin. Starting with Las Piñas National High School, Ma'am Ruga, Ma'am Riza Sevilla, Sir Son, Ma'am Lynn, ETULAY Department and Faculty Club.
Hello po sa Bolinao Integrated School from Sir Wilbur Gale.
Mike Castor Alviar National High School, SDO Calamba City from Sir Kevin Domingo.
Faculty and staff of Francisco S. Brosas, Memorial Elementary School, School Head Noemi Brul, PSDS Dr. Wilbur Gahita of Lido District. Happy birthday po sa inyo!
And SDO Laguna SDS Dr. Marites Ibanez from Ma'am Romary Punong Bayan.
Partners from DICT Academy headed by Asek Ariel Gaan. Salamat po.
Yes, and lastly, Marangal National High School SDO City of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Okay.
Ma'am Apple of BGES from Jairus J.
Okay, and again, thank you so much sa ating 150,000, sir. Ang daming nanonood
Grabe.
sa atin. Combined yan, no? Combined from YouTube, Facebook, at ibang social media platforms natin na stream ng ating VINSET 2.0.
Okay, ulitin po natin sa ating 150,000 na viewers right now. Whatever you are doing, kung ano man po ang inyong pinagkakaabalahan dyan ngayon, salamat po. At inulit namin, this is a voluntary po ang ating participation. We are not requiring you naman po because this is a holiday, but to give back our love, we are giving you one service credit for today for our teaching personnel, and again, compensation time off for our compensatory time off for our non-teaching personnel.
Yes, and pahabol lang, no, from STO Makati, SDS Cardin Sevilla, Makati Science High School faculty, and their principal, Eden Saman.
And ako yahabol din, binabati ko po ang San Ricardo National High School, SDO Nueva Ecija, Catalina Salam, their principal, Bungabon National High School, SDO Bungabon Annex, Principal Celia M. Lucille, Manuel L. Quezon, Principal Edmund G. Villarreal. At binabati ko from SDO Navotas, Michelle Jimenez, Cedric Mark, Natalio, Michael Fineza, Bernard Antonio, sabay-sabay sila nag-aaral sa araw na ito.
Wow. Okay, so kung meron kayong gustong i-post, teachers, no, don't forget to use the hashtag VINSET2Day1.
Yes.
Okay? So I think we're ready to move on to our next topic, sir.
What is our next topic, Teacher Pawi?
Okay. Listen to this. Since English is not our native language, some, if not most, Filipinos struggle with English grammar. Experience mo na ba yun, sir?
Of course, Teacher Pawi, guilty tayo lahat dyan na we are not perfect. No, minsan naglalaban sa is and are, minsan yung grammar natin umiikot-ikot, but still, ang mahalaga yung thought. No?
Yes. And ano nga ba ang topic natin for this next topic? What is it?
Kaya, sa nabanggit natin, Teacher Pawi, itong next topic natin will be very helpful for our dear teachers. Lalo ngayon, we have our technology na to assist us. And our topic is all about the wisdom behind Grammarly.
Yes, and our discussant for this topic is an English teacher from Kauntaran High School, Navotas City. She has been teaching in public school for 4 years and is now detailed as an EdTech specialist for DepEd EdTech unit. She is a national teacher broadcaster for English 5, an ETULAY tutor for English 3, and the program head of the ETULAY High School English Department. She is also among the nominees for the most outstanding ETULAY tutor for English.
Wow, cool.
Yes. And she finished her bachelor's degree at the Philippine Normal University and had taken her master's degree units at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines as a teacher scholar from the city of Navotas. Before joining EdTech unit, she was one of the active teachers in Navotas, chosen to be a resource speaker for English language teaching and technology. She holds a certification in teaching English to speakers of other languages, or TESOL, and in Microsoft 365 Fundamentals. She is also a Microsoft Education Ambassador, Microsoft Certified Educator, Microsoft Innovative Educator, and Google Certified Educator Levels 1 and 2. Aside from that, she also writes, and one of her writings entitled Teaching Kindness was published at the Philippine Daily Inquirer. At present, she is the Vice President for Public Relations of the Pinoy Writers Toastmasters Club. Please welcome Miss Maria May and Sevilla. Okay. Are you excited for this topic, sir?
Of course, dahil ayaw niya si Ma'am May Sevilla, kasamahan ko from SDO Navotas. Muli, pinabati ko po ang ating mga kasama sa SDO Navotas. Salamat po sa pakikibahagi sa VINSET na ito.
Yes, and let's all remember that English is a universal language. Tama
Yes.
ba? Kaya it is important for us to learn the basics of grammar.
And napaka-importante, lalo na ngayon. Alam niyo to, dear teachers, na we are creating learning materials such as modules, kaya dapat napakahalaga that we double-check, triple-check ang ating mga materials para talagang pagdating sa ating mga bata, tama at ayos.
Yes, and not just the grammar, no, but yung punctuations, the spelling, we have to check each and every sentence, every word that we would write. Especially for documents like na nasabi mo, sir, modules, di ba? Very important yan.
Pero ikaw, Teacher Pawi, pag-usaping pag-improve ng English language mo, ano yung mga tips na pwede nating masuggest kaya? Ano yung mga pwede nating masabi sa kanila na, ito, para madagdagan ng ating skill dyan?
Yes, the only thing that I can tell our viewers, our teachers is to read. Read to improve your vocabulary, add more words to your vocabulary. But you know, as we learn English, we should not forget, of course, the Filipino language.
Yes, of course.
Ano nga yung sabi ni Dr. Jose Rizal?
Ang hindi magmahal sa sariling wika ay masahol pa sa hayop at malansang isda.
Yes, okay. Tandaan natin yan dahil ngayon ay buwan ng wika.
Tama.
Ba, sir?
Buwan ng wika ngayon at ngayong araw na to, sineselebrate natin din, kino-commemorate natin ang ating mga bayani na nagsakripisyo para sa bansang ito.
Yes.
At kayo mga guro, kayo din ay bayani sa munti ninyong paraan. Kasi Teacher Pawi, no, we heard some stories na meron talagang tumatawid ng ilog, may umaakyat ng bundok, meron talagang iniikot ang sambayanan, ang mga bahay-bahay despite the pandemic para lang mahanap ang ating mga bata at may balik sila sa pag-aaral. Yung teachers po ay mga simpleng bagay, act of your pagiging bayani din para sa bansang ito.
Yes, you know, and of course, meron din ako mga nababalitaan, sir, yung mga volunteer teachers sa mga communities, like they're teaching street children.
Yes.
You know, they're definitely heroes.
Totoo. At pinag-uusapan natin ng English grammar, no? Isa rin sa advokasya ng bawat paaralan na programa ay ang mga pagbasa.
Yes.
Reading programs, right? So talagang dapat tulungan tayo para iangat ang antas ng ating mga kabataan.
Okay. Now again, let's introduce again our speaker for today, for this topic. Okay? To discuss the wisdom about Grammarly, we have again Miss Maria May and Sevilla.
To our wonderful hosts, the powerful Miss Pau and the friendly and gentle Sir Avengel, thank you for the generous introduction. It has always been a pleasure to be seated here and to meet administrators and teachers all over the nation. How are you, everyone? I hope that you are fine and safe. On behalf of the DepEd EdTech unit, we would like to express our gratefulness for spending your day with us. Altogether, we are under one endeavor, Like you, we are also working even though it is a holiday to make sure that for the incoming school year, we are not only ready, but also more equipped. By the way, because it's the National Heroes Day, we have different meanings of what a hero is. But I won't say that we are heroes because we are attending this VINSET. That's very shallow, isn't it? Remember, teachers, that we are always the heroes in the eyes of our learners. And just like those heroes of the silver screen, we need to continually enhance our skills so we can save more lives. And that is what in-service training is all about. Once again, I am Miss May, and for this afternoon, I will be talking about the wisdom behind Grammarly. There you go. That's my PowerPoint. Sounds exciting, right? Again, that's my title, The Wisdom Behind Grammarly. I am excited too to have an hour or so to talk about this wonderful application. But before that, have you heard of the trinity of the common mistakes in writing? In the name of the spelling, of the tenses, and of the subject-verb agreement. Whoa, just telling about them made me feel so nervous. Honestly, even teachers of English get discombobulated of these things. So give yourself a tap on the shoulders and say, do not worry. Even English teachers make mistakes in English. There are so many rules and exemptions to the rules that one needs to master to write and speak a string of thoughts without any grammar lapses. Now, let me have a rough idea of how well your grammar is. I want to challenge you I want to challenge your grammar knowledge with the short quiz. Okay, I will now be uh, proceeding to my slides. There you go. I will be reading the situations and the choices for each of them. I will be giving 5 seconds, again, just 5 seconds before I reveal the answer and explain why it is the answer. Is that clear? If the answer is yes, please comment a like emoji on the comment section. Let's see who is ready to take the challenge. There you go. Let's have number one. Mr. Santos would like to use the expression I am looking forward to, but he is not sure how to finish it correctly. Which of the following sentences with the phrase I am looking forward to is correct? A, I am looking forward to receive a positive response from you. I am looking forward to having received an email coming from you. C, I'm looking forward to receiving a response from you. Or D, I'm looking forward to have seen an email as a response from you. Let's see who will be getting the correct answer. Okay, I can see on the comment section that some of you answered letter C, letter A. There are various of answers. Time's up. The answer is letter C. I'm looking forward to receiving a response from you. Like what I said, I will be explaining why this is the answer. Okay, when you have the expression looking forward to is a preposition and it must be followed by a noun or a gerund. So you can either say, I am looking forward to receiving because receiving is a gerund. A response from you. And the second expression is, I am looking forward to your response because after the preposition to is the noun phrase, your response. That's the first question, and I think you are challenged by that. Now let's have the second question. It will be getting harder as I move to one number to another. Number two, Miss Cruz said, the paperworks that I have been doing deal with crucial informations. Choose two sentences. Again, choose two sentences to correct the grammatical mistake or mistakes in her sentence. I believe a word here in the sentence of Miss Cruz is often said by most of us. A, the paperwork that I have been doing deal with crucial informations. B, the paperwork that I have been doing deals with a great deal of information. C, much of the paperwork that I have been doing deals with crucial information. Or D, the paperworks that I have been doing deals with a lot of information. 5 seconds, you will answer 2 letters. Your 5 seconds starts now. B and C, A and D. Let's see. Oh, my timer is not moving anymore. 3, 2, 1. Let me reveal the answer. Let's see who will be getting the correct answers. And it's letter B. Okay. The paperwork that I have been doing deals with a great deal of information. And much of the paperwork that I have been doing deals with crucial information. Now, let's explain why B and C are the answers. Remember, paperwork and information are uncountable nouns. Therefore, they do not take the suffixes s or es and always take the singular form of the verb. So every time you will be hearing paperworks, then that's incorrect. Don't say paperworks, but we can say literary works. Quantifiers for uncountable nouns can't be added before uncountable nouns to express how much. What are the other uncountable nouns that we don't add s or es at the end? We don't say furnitures, we don't say advices, we don't say monies, we don't say powers, electricities, and luggages. Okay, so that's a nice refresher of uncountable nouns that we don't add s or es on. Okay, let's have the third number. Mrs. Padilla had a pop quiz in her synchronous class. She said, class, 12 times 12 times 7. Oh, that's math, so I'm finding hard to pronounce it. I really have a phobia with numbers. Class, 12 times 7 is equals to blank. I will give you time to think about it. Your 2 minutes start now. Now the question, were her sentences correct? A, yes, both sentences are correct. B, no, both sentences are incorrect. C, no, only her first sentence is incorrect. D, no, only her second sentence is incorrect. Your 5 seconds starts now. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's see who will be getting the answer. Some of you answered C, some of you answered B. But if you answered letter B, then you are correct. No, both sentences are incorrect. Now, let us find out why. Why both of the sentences are incorrect. It's because when you have an arithmetic or numerical expressions, they always take the singular form. So remember, especially for math teachers and science teachers, we don't say 12 times 5 is equals, but we will be saying is equal to. Is already your verb and equal their functions as your adjective. So is equals to. 12 times 5 equals. Okay, and the sum, which is singular, of 5 and 3 is. In the last phrase, our subject is not 5 and 3, but we're talking about the sum, which is singular. So we will be using the singular form of the verb, is. Okay, so I hope you will be taking note of that, especially for those teachers who are dealing with numbers. Let's have the second to the last item and let's see who will be keeping up. Okay, Mr. Lamangan is giving an update to the parents of his students. In one of his messages, he said, student A is one of those students who participates actively in the class. One of the teachers say that he might have an award at the end of the school year if he continues his performance. Are the underlined verbs correct? Again, are the underlined verbs correct? A, yes, both are correct. B, no, both are incorrect. C, no, only the first verb participates is incorrect. No, only the second verb say is incorrect. Now, it's quite tricky, I know, one of those and one of the. Let's see who will be getting the correct answer. Okay, let's see. Some of you said B. No, both are incorrect. Some of you said it's letter C. Only the first verb is incorrect. Let's find out. And let's see the explanation. I haven't yet given the time. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's up. And the explanation is like this. Now, listen carefully, teachers, because even English teachers are confused with these expressions. Okay, let us have first the expression one of those students in the first sentence. Student A is one of those students. Now, our subject there is not student A anymore, but we're talking about students. That's where student A belongs. So again, our subject for the first sentence is students, which is a plural noun. So a plural noun will be getting a plural verb. So it should not be participates, it should be participate. Now, in the second sentence, we have one of the teachers. We're not talking about the teachers there, but we're singling out. We're singling out one teachers among the group. So if our subject is one, it's singular, therefore it will be taking a singular verb. So one of the teachers says, not say. I hope that is clear. You have to really find out who is our subject, whether the subject belongs to a group, then the group is the subject, or are we singling out the subject to a group? If that is the case, the subject is singular, all right? Now, let's see if you will be getting the last item correctly. Ready, teachers? If you are still ready, can you comment a like sign again? I will be waiting. Again, if you are still ready, can you comment a like sign again? Yes, let's go back. One is inquiring. Yes, it's letter B. Okay, if you're still ready, let's have the last question. And the last question is, as a solution to students with no internet connection, schools have allotted a budget to print their modules. Which of the following will correct the sentence? So that means the first sentence is incorrect. A, you have to choose which among the choices is the correct sentence. A, as a solution to students with no internet connection, a budget was allotted to print modules for students. B, as a solution to students with no internet connection, teachers made sure that students would have modules. Letter C, as a solution to students with no internet connection, modules were printed out and given to the students. Or D, no error. Okay, I believe the last sentence is the trickiest question out of the 5 that I gave you. Can you find out, teachers, what is the correct answer for number 5? Let's see. Let me check the comment section. And most of you answered letter C, but some of you also answered letter A. Now, if you answered letter C, that is correct. Okay, I think I haven't shown the timer, but thank you so much for giving your answers to me on the comment section. Right? Again, the correct answer is letter C. Now, let us find out. In our sentence here, we started with the phrase as a solution to students with no internet connection, right? So we're talking about solution. So we should have a noun that should be correctly modified by the phrase that starts our sentence. Since we're talking about the solution, it should not be the teachers, it should not be the budget, it should not be the school, but the solution is the modules. The solution is the modules. Not the solution are the modules, but the solution is the modules. So letter C is the correct answer. Remember, when starting a sentence with a phrase, make sure that it is followed by the correct noun it modifies. Okay, let me see how well you fare, teachers. Can I know how well you fare? How many scores did you get? All right. Some of you got 4, some of you got 3, but it is okay, teachers. Having mistakes is fine. Remember, errors are there for us to learn. As I explained to you the wisdom behind the correct answers, we get to appreciate the presence of a grammar coach that will point to us our mistakes when they happen, right? That is why it is nice to have an English major for a friend, isn't it? But kidding aside, what would you feel if I tell you that you can have a grammar coach at your fingertips? Teachers, ladies and gentlemen, let me proceed to my topic, the wisdom behind Grammarly. Well, Teacher Mary, what is Grammarly? Here on the screen, you can see that Grammarly is a tool to improve grammar, spelling, style, and tone. It is immersive. Teacher, what do you mean by immersive? That means Grammarly can be used in different applications. If you install it, there you go, you can use it right away. And you can use it in some of the applications such as Gmail, Google Docs, Twitter, and LinkedIn. And aside from these applications, you can also use Grammarly in other applications too, which we use every day. So we have a grammar coach that we can rely with as we want to make our sentences, our statements, grammar mistake free. Are you ready to know this application? I am ready to present it to you. Okay, so if you would type grammarly.com in your desktop, you will first know how to use this application in the desktop or laptop version. Because if we will start only with our tablets, or our mobile phones, we can't really have a comprehensive experience of how this application works. Okay, so type in the address bar grammarly.com, and this is the website where you will be landing in. Okay, so first of all, you have to click add to Chrome because this will be an extension in the Chrome. So just click on that. It's free, by the way. Then after that, you will be directed to the Chrome Web Store. In the On the right side of the screen, you have the option there, Add to Chrome. Just press that. And as you press that, your computer will automatically add that to your desktop or to your device. But it will be checking the system requirements if Grammarly meets the requirements based on the gadgets that you're using. Okay. After it checks, there will be a prompt here that will appear on your screen. Add extension or cancel. Definitely we have to add Grammarly. So just click add extension. After you click that, there, the tab or the square that was checking a while ago is now removed from Chrome. Now, if it changed from checking to remove from Chrome, that means it's now added in your device. You can use Grammarly now, but definitely there are further steps to make sure that we have an account in Grammarly. So that's just the first step, installing the Grammarly account in our devices. Again, we are using the laptop or the desktop version so we can freely navigate a comprehensive experience of the application. Okay, so after that, you are required to you are required to sign up. You can put your email here in the email field and then click agree and sign up. If you are a new user, that will be your next step. Put your email, a working email. It can be your personal email or the email given to you by DepEd, at deped.gov.ph. So you have your choice. It's your discretion what Gmail account will you be using for your Grammarly account. Should you use your personal account or your Gmail account? Teacher, you have to make the decision. So after putting your email in the email field, hit agree and sign up. What if I have already, or you can also choose if you don't want to, if you forgot, or if you're lazy to type in your Gmail or your email address, you can choose to sign up using your Facebook account, your Google account, and your Apple accounts. But however, if you have an account, just click on the prompt there on the upper right hand of the screen. Just click I have an account, and this will be the option. Okay, so I have used there my DepEd email account, and then I will just because it will be like a login in. Okay, I will just log in and then type in my password and hit agree and sign up. Okay, so whatever you choose, whether a new account or you will just be logging in, you have to input your email address and then your password. So you can go to the application right away. After that, there you go. Click continue. And there you are directed to the Grammarly website. Okay, so we have here, download the Grammarly add-in now. And it's not just in Google Docs. So they also make updates on the application, so it will be more immersive, more helpful for teachers like us. So if we click the Grammarly add-in now, it will be downloaded to our desktop. And Grammarly is not just to be used in Google Docs, but it will be one of the extensions in Microsoft Word, Microsoft Office. That's nice, right? Because when we type, we can either choose to type our documents in Google Docs and Microsoft Word. And using this update from Grammarly, we can have a grammar coach while working in our Microsoft Word document. That's nice, right? So let's see, how does that work? How does work? How does that work? Okay, so if you click on that, if you click on download the Grammarly add-in now, this will be the page. Okay, this will be the page that you will be seeing. Get the add-in. Okay, it's free. So you are always reminded that it's a free, no hidden charge, unless you want to get the Grammarly premium account or the Grammarly business account. But you will be starting with the basic account, which is the free account. Okay, so just click get the add-in. After you click on that, your computer will automatically or will download the application. So just after you see the application being downloaded in your device, click save. Okay, so it will be stored now in your computer. Okay, I can see my mouse. Okay, so you can see here that it is being downloaded in your desktop or in your laptop, in your device. After that, there will be a prompt saying get started. Click on that. Then after that, you can choose where you want to use your Grammarly. Would you want it to be used in your Word, or would you want it to be used also in your Outlook account? For me, I chose both because I am using both of my accounts. But you have your freedom here to choose what application in Microsoft would you like to use your Grammarly account with. What would you like to use it in the Word application or in the Outlook? But if you want to use both applications, or if you want to use Grammarly in both applications, that's okay. Just have to tick the boxes before the icons for Word and Outlook, then click install. Okay, so you are now you will now be installing the application based on your preferences. Okay, so you can see that it's loading now. Then after that, example, if you have installed Grammarly, but you have open documents, or your Outlook account is open, you have to close that because the application needs to load. The application needs to load before it can successfully be added as an extension in your Microsoft Word application and Microsoft Outlook application. So if there's no Word or Outlook account that is open, you can just click OK, right? After that, after you hit OK, there. Congratulations, you've installed Grammarly. And then you can just click finish. It's easy, right? It's easy to install Grammarly in your device. So let's see. Let's see now how Grammarly works in our document or in a Microsoft document account. So you see here, after I install Grammarly in my device, and after I close all my documents and restart my computer, or just close everything and then open Microsoft Word again, you can see in the ribbon that's in the right side of the screen that you have already the application Grammarly. Okay, it's on the rightmost side of the screen. Now, let me present to you how does that work. I will be sharing a screen with you, and it's the screen of my Microsoft document. Okay, for a while. Okay, here you go. You can see my screen now. So I will be choosing a blank document. I will click on that. There you go. Okay, again, you can see the Grammarly account here in the rightmost side of your screen. I will click on that, and your screen will be divided into two. Maybe I will, yes, there you go. I think it's the internet connection that loads the screen. So you see here, your screen is divided into two. on the left screen will be your document field, and on the right side of the screen will be the suggestions that Grammarly will be creating as you create your account. So let's see. Let me have this sentence. Let's make it bigger. Oh, okay. If I have this sentence, this dog is barking loudly, you can see here that there is an update going on. And I have here suggestions made by Grammarly. I can just click on that. Okay, so first is dogs, and then the second is is. Okay, so let's click first on the first tab, dogs. We have here the explanation. It appears that the singular demonstrative this is modifying the plural noun dogs. Consider using a plural demonstrative or a singular noun instead. So Grammarly is not just pointing out your mistake, which Microsoft Word does, right? It underlines your mistake. But what's good with Grammarly is that it gives you an explanation what the mistake is. So the mistake is not just pointed out to you, it is also explained. And in language learning, in any language, when you're learning a language, it's not just enough that you know your mistakes. It's more efficient to learn a language when you know what your mistakes are. And that is what Grammarly is doing for us. We have an explanation why dogs is incorrect in this sentence. So how to correct that, Teacher May? We'll just have to click on this green highlighted word, and that will be changed in our document field, right? And so the other mistake also is corrected, automatically corrected. So my previous sentence is changed already with this dog is barking loudly. Nice, right? So we can also have here some pointers to make our knowledge of our work better. You can click clarity. You can also click correctness. We know that clarity is different from correctness. Let's see if we can test the difference between the reports in terms of clarity and in terms of correctness. How about if I have this sentence? Uh, okay, Gary is the girl. Oh, Gary is the girl whom I talked with. So if you could see, there's inappropriate colloquialisms that is presented or that is evident in the sentence that I wrote. Definitely, it's obvious if you're really into grammar. It's obvious that my sentence is incorrect. But everyone has a different level of language proficiency, so Grammarly is very helpful to really point out the mistake. What are the grammar lapses? What are the language improvement that person needs to know? So for this one, the mistake is not just about subject verb agreement. It has to deal with noun usage, which for Grammarly is a higher level of error. So it's not included in the free version, but it will be dealt with the premium, the grammar premium or the Grammarly premium account. Okay, one more example. Okay, we have here, let's close that first and open Grammarly again. Okay, because the mistake a while ago or the report given by Grammarly was for the second sentence. It has not loaded yet, or it has not processed yet. It's report for the third sentence. So a guy were standing last night. Okay, so we have two kinds of issue. One that can be dealt with the free account and one that should be dealt with the premium account. So let's have first the clarity. So far so good. So you can see that there's really a separate report for clarity and correctness, because For the third sentence, the clarity is good. So far, so good according to Grammarly. But for the correctness, it has a different report. Amazing, right? Because you are given two kinds of report that help you to manage your language proficiency or your language knowledge. So if I would click here were, because that's the mistake the Grammarly is seeing on on the sentence that you have given, if I would click on that, okay, instead of saying what were, it should be what. So I would click on the green word highlighted on the right side of the screen, and there you go. A guy was standing last night. Okay, so no basic issues, but let's click on the premium issue. I think I will be directed to another tab. Let's click on that. As you can see, I am directed to another tab explaining the difference between grammar free account, Grammarly free account, Grammarly premium account, and Grammarly business account. How we wish we would have the premium account, but that is one of the goals. That is one of the plans that we have for teachers someday. Okay, so I believe you have time to explore more by yourselves the power of Grammarly and making your documents grammar mistake free. So I would give you time to explore this document or this application in your Word account. Now let's move on and let's go to my, there you go. I will be flashing again my PowerPoint presentation, then we will go back. So after our discussion on how Grammarly works in a Microsoft Word account, or yeah, Microsoft Word application, sorry for that. Now let's have, ah, there might be, if you will be opening your Microsoft Word application for the first time, you might have this pop-up window. Continue to Grammarly, just click on that, and then you have this permission. Always allow Grammarly to open links at this type in the associated app. Just click Open Grammarly because for more comprehensive, for more intensive explanation, or if you don't click Open Grammarly, it won't publish the reports on the right side of the screen. So if you would having that prompt in your window or in your desktop, laptop, you should allow Grammarly to open links so that you can have the reports on the right side of the screen. Or else if you just cancel it, you won't have the reports on the right side of the screen that I presented to you a while ago. Okay, let's continue. Okay, success. Now that's for Grammarly on Microsoft Word. Let's have Grammarly on Google Docs. Like what I said, you have two options to make a Word document. You can either use your Microsoft Word application or your Google Docs. So if it's your first time to install Grammarly, you will have this pop up in your Google Docs. Grammarly is now beta testing on Google Docs, so it's not yet uh, fully published as an extension for Google Docs. But we can try Google Docs or Grammarly in Google Docs, and that also works like in the Microsoft Word. Let's see. There you go. So if I have the statement I sees outsiders in the house, we know that the pronoun I always take. The pronoun I always takes the plural form of the verb. So the underlined word here is incorrect. Instead of sees, it should be see. Okay. So you are informed in two ways. First, the incorrect word or the incorrect words will be underlined in red. And also you are notified here by the number of your mistakes as seen by Grammarly. Okay, but I believe here that that the that because it's still beta testing on Google Docs, the reports are simpler compared to the reports that will be given to you if you will be using a Microsoft Word application. Now, Grammarly on Gmail. So since we are making our communication virtually and we are writing a lot about documents in Microsoft Word and Google Docs, a good news for us is that Grammarly does not only work for Microsoft Word, but also work for Google Docs and Gmail. Okay, so I always use Gmail. I cannot recall a day in my life, actually, when I became a teacher in the public schools, I always use my email, preferably my Gmail. And when we are making correspondence in our email, we need to make sure, like what Sir Ariel said a while ago, that we have to make sure that our email is, or our mail message is correct, grammar free, or grammar mistake free. Why? Because it's a way to present yourself that you really took time to make sure that the correspondence or the email that you will be sending has no mistake. It brings, or it provides, a good impression to you. And then also, it's a kind of showing respect to the reader of the email, because uh, you sent him or her written correspondence, or a written email. Okay, so let's see how Grammarly works on Gmail. So you can see here, that's my signature line for my email. So I didn't really show my entire Gmail for privacy reasons. So as you can see here, on the rightmost, pero sa baba, you can see here two icons. One, a smiley emoticon, and the other is the green circle. The green circle is the Grammarly app. Both of them are for Grammarly app, but the green is for the correctness and clarity, and the emoticon would be how you sound to your reader. That's nice, right? That we're getting a report how we are perceived by the reader of our message. Okay, let's see. So most of you, I know, would be writing, or I am also guilty of writing my email like this before. So I would read, "Hello, I am very much interested in taking the certification course posted in the website. I would like to know if I can just go to your office or inform you of what day I will be going there. Thank you." Okay, so you can see there that it sounds friendly, it's courteous, because the one sending this message has the word "thank you." But do you know that this message, if it's going to be an email, it has incorrect, or it has mistakes that should be dealt with the one writing it. So let me present to you the mistakes, okay, of this email message, or of this message. First, it's informal. Okay, it's as if the writer is talking to a friend. Remember, the one who wrote this is asking about a certification course. So if it's a certification course you're talking with, or the message, the email will be sent to a professional. So that person is not your friend, so you cannot assume a casual tone in making your email. So first, it's informal. Second, it's demanding. Why demanding, Teacher May? It says here, I would like to know if I can just go there to your office, or if I should inform you of what day I will be going there. So it's like the decision will be made by the one writing it. But because the because the one who made this is the one inquiring, he should be asking when he should go to the office, or if there is an appointment system that the one who wrote this should follow before going to the office. Third, it's authoritative, right? Because it's demanding, it's authoritative. And fourth, the message contains crutch words or unnecessary words. Teacher May, what is crutch words or unnecessary words? Crutch words are those words that do not really give meaning, or that do not really contribute meaning to the word. Example, very much excited. You can just say, I am interested, right? You can just say interested. Your words very much do not really contribute to the message of your email. So even though it's just an email, remember, email is one of the biggest medium of one of the no no one of the biggest media of communication that we do today. So don't just say it's email, it's only email. We still follow the certain parts of making an email, so that you can avoid having this kind of email in the future. Okay, so an email or a mail message observes the following parts: a salutation, greetings, body, conclusion, signature, and attachment if you have an attachment. Because sometimes I'm also guilty of this. I would be sending my email without attaching the Word or the PDF. Sometimes I'm so forgetful. So, but it's nice to know that we have to be reminded that if you have a certain attachment on the document, we don't forget to also attach that on the email so that your receiver will have a complete copy of your email. Again, salutation, greetings, body, conclusion, closing, signature, and attachments. Now, definitely, if I will be presenting to you the parts I should be giving you an example. And the example would be like this, okay? So, dear Miss De La Cruz, that's the salutation. I hope this email finds you well. That's the greetings. But for some, they would skip the greetings because you have already given the salutation. But we Filipinos are so respectful. We want to greet and also friendly. Aside from giving a salutation, we want to greet whoever will be reading our email. So, dear Ms. De La Cruz, I hope this email finds you well. This is Maria May and Sevilla from SDO Navotas. If it's your first time to talk to a professional or to someone you do not really know, always introduce yourself. Okay, so don't just say hello. You are not a friend, and you cannot assume that a person who will be receiving your email knows you. So it's courtesy to introduce yourself. This is Maria Mian Sevilla from SDO Navotas. I didn't say I like, okay? I would like to have a more courteous tone. I would like to express my interest in enrolling in the certification course posted in the university's website, okay? But as you see here, after I presented myself, I immediately go to the purpose of my email because as in one of my courses in an online university, people don't really spend time reading, and because they spend less time in reading, you should go right away to the purpose of your email. No more message or no more things that are not really important. Just go after you introduce yourself, go directly to the purpose of your email. Why are you writing the email, and why should the person read your email? So I would like to express my intent in enrolling in the certification course posted in the university's website. The second sentence can be still improved because instead of just putting in the university's website, you can be more specific as to name the university. But for privacy purposes, I just said university's website. But if you can post or bring out the name of the university, it's better. And I didn't put all the sentences in one paragraph. Why, teacher May? Because you should section the ideas carefully. Okay, so after presenting myself, I go straight to my purpose, and then in the second paragraph, I say, in line with this, may I ask if your office accept walk-in transaction, or should I book a schedule for appointment? See, the second the second paragraph has a different idea. So if it has a different idea, you would not put it in the first paragraph, but you would put it in the second paragraph because it deals with another idea. Okay, that's our fault sometimes, right? We're too lazy, or we don't, not really too lazy because that's so judgmental. We don't spend much time in curating our email that we just put everything in one paragraph. That's incorrect. Always, as a rule in writing, we make paragraphs based on the idea of the sentences because the second paragraph deals with another idea, deals with another purpose. It should not be included in the first paragraph. All right? I hope that's clear. And then after the body, and before I move on to the conclusion, as you can see in the body, may I ask? So you're asking for a clarification, and it sounds respectful. May I ask? It doesn't sound demanding. It doesn't sound authoritative, but you are courteously, respectfully asking for the options. Are they accepting walk-in, or should you book a schedule for appointment? Because some schools do that. Now, for the conclusion, looking forward to receiving a response. That's why I put it in one of my quizzes, or in one of the items in my quiz, to know what's the correct expression for looking forward to. So looking forward to receiving a response. Like Sir Ariel said, you can say hope, hoping for this, but hoping is not so positive as looking forward to. For looking forward to, you're more direct. It you're saying to the receiver that you need a response. You're not just hoping, but you need to receive a response. Though it's demanding, it doesn't sound so demanding. It's another way to put things. You need a response from them, but it's courteously done. Looking forward to receiving a response. Then your closing, warmest regards, or just regards respectfully. Then your signature, your name. You can also attach your virtual signature. So this is how this is how a good email looks like. It's so different from the previous email that I sent to you. Just one sentence with no salutation, with no closing and signature. It's so lazily done. And you're not also setting a good impression to whoever will be reading your email. And because everything is done virtually, we are in distance, we are observing social distancing. Why not set also a good impression even though you're not transacting face to face, right? So mind also how you write your email. So I hope you can take a screenshot. So you can also take a screenshot of this. So you will be reminded of how your email should look like. Okay? One, two, three. Okay, so I hope you took a screenshot already. Now let's talk about, oh, I cannot proceed to my second deck. Oh, this is it. Okay, so I will be showing to you how Grammarly is used in Gmail. So I have here, dear ABX, hello. I sent you an email and you does not reply to it yet. Please reply to me as soon as possible. You see, it's authoritative, it's demanding. That's not the impression that we want to set to whoever will be reading this email. So you can see that again, the mistakes are highlighted in red. So you can just do notification systems. You can click the underlined word because that's a mistake, or you can click the icons here that you can see on the right most part. Wait. Sa gilid. Sa gilid ng email mo, rightmost part of your email body, no? Minsan si teacher nauubusan din ng English. Okay. So you can click, instead of does, it should be do. Then instead of please reply, there. Okay, so you can click the icons and you will have the reports. Instead of does, it should be do. And what else? You also have here two icons. The emoticon would give you the report, how friendly, how optimistic, and how confident you sound in your email, right? It's nice. It's nice to have a report like this, so you are aware how you sound as you create your email. You also have this, you also have, if you would be pressing this turn on, this power button icon here, it means it would turn off the Grammarly application. So you have two choices, disable until next visit or disable forever. Okay, disable forever. So you have your choices whether to use Grammarly in your Gmail or uh, use it, stop it for now and just use it next time you will be using your Gmail, or disable it forever. So you have two choices. Again, the icons that you will find here, one will be the errors. Second, the emoticon will be how you sound. Are you cheerful, positive, or optimistic, confident? And the power button sign would be if you want to close Grammarly. Okay, that's it. Now for also we have Grammarly on Facebook and Messenger. Oh, so you can have grammar lapse or grammar mistake free messages on Facebook and Messenger. For Facebook, it looks like this. So here is the you know this one. If you're creating a post, you will have the message what's on your mind, and you can just double click it or click this field and you will be typing your message. So whenever you see this green icon, that means Grammarly is working also for you. Nice, right? So aside from that, I have a sample here. I am support the host for today. So that sounds incorrect, but yes, Grammarly will be giving you the report or the correction for your message. So instead of saying am support, it should be I support the host for today because they're really doing a great job. There you go. And for Messenger here, For Messenger, it's not the green icon, but the red or green icon. So if you have installed Grammarly in your device, you will have this on your Messenger. Green if you do not have a mistake, red if you have a mistake. And my message, I has reports to send. Definitely, it should not be has, but it should be have. So if I would click on that red dot there, I get the correction. Instead of has, it should be okay. So aside from this one teacher, Grammarly also works for Google Keep. So that's a good inclusion for Grammarly. So you cannot just use it in Google Docs, Microsoft Word application, Microsoft Outlook application, Gmail, Facebook, and Messenger. You can also use that in your Keep. So I am also using the Keep, the Google Keep, to draft my documents, to draft the things that I want to do. And it's good because as you're drafting your notes, as you're drafting your messages, your documents, you also have Grammarly in Google Keeps, right? It's really immersive, it's really comprehensive. And remember, teachers, remember, teachers, that this is just a sneak peek of how Grammarly works and how Grammarly will help us to shoo our grammar worries away. I want you to take your time exploring this wonderful application. But remember, teachers, Grammarly is only a tool to avoid as much as possible grammar lapses when we're writing. It is a different story when we speak. That's why to err is human, to learn from it is divine. Back to our excellent host for today.
Thank you so much, Ma'am May. Wow, medyo dumugo ang ilong ko doon.
Yes,
sir.
tumugo ang ilong natin, but at the same time, marami tayong natutunan na ito kasi ang kagandahan ng technology ngayon na Teacher Pao. Hindi na tayo nag-iisa. Meron tayong access to this, such for example, ng Grammarly where we can, kung meron man tayong problema, parang duda ako dito sa grammar ko, we can just simply check Grammarly at gagabayan ka nito. Right?
Yeah, so we have to take advantage of these types of things, no? Grammarly, it will be very, very helpful to our teachers to double check their grammar, their spelling, no? So teachers, take note of what Miss May said earlier, no? Yung mga diniscuss na kanina. Siguradong magagamit nyo itong application na to.
Tama. So, try na, no? Subukan na po natin. And at this point, we would like to thank again, we have around 160,000 followers na kayo nakatutok sa atin. Viewers dito sa ating VINSET 2.0, and that's through our Facebook and YouTube channel and of course social media platforms.
Yeah, so a reminder again to our dear teachers, if you want to post something on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, don't forget to use the hashtag VINSET2Day1.
Yes, muli binabating si Teacher Mayan. Congratulations, thank you so much. Mabuhay ang SDO na botas. At ngayon naman po, muli babalikan lang ulit natin. Today is a holiday, dear teachers, and kung hindi man po tayo makabuo ng isang buong araw dito sa ating VINSET o hindi man tayo maka-attend, don't you worry. Why? Because hanggang January 31, 2022 pa po ang ating grace period for this one. So, huwag masyadong pressure, loves lang.
Yes, we got you, dear teachers. And again, sa mga teachers natin na magpa-participate today, you will be receiving a one-day service credit as well as compensatory time off for those non-teaching personnel in our school.
And that's right. And bago tayo dumako sa ating susunod, and that at our last topic, shout out ulit muna tayo.
Yes, meron tayong konting shout out, no? Unang-una na dyan, ang Caloocan High School. Hello kay Dr. Juanito Victoria, kanilang principal, and Father Wardin Moyo.
And Ma'am Evelyn Calo and teachers of Silangan Elementary School, Santa Cruz District, SDO Laguna.
Caloocan City Business High School from Lulain Villora.
Happy birthday, Teacher Dada, AP1 teacher broadcaster, and Batiin na rin po natin ang lahat ng teacher broadcasters from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Hello po sa inyo at sa lahat ng mga minamahal nyong SDS and of course mga principals ninyo.
Yes, and next one is sa Bagong Silang High School, Dr. Marisa Feliciano, kanilang principal. Mr. Celso Evasco, ang Faculty Club President.
Sir Mark Anthony Mapula of Malabog National High School, Math Department and SDO Albay.
And Santo Niño Elementary School, Lopez Quezon by Ma'am Lorena G. Veran.
SDO Bulacan, Kalumpit National High School with the principal, Jessie Borja, and of course, ang faculty.
Yes, the next one is Liliw Central Elementary School, faculty, and Ma'am Jennifer Saladino, SPED teacher of Rizal Elementary School.
Marangal National High School, SDO City of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, SDS, Ma'am Merlina P. Cruz, Principal Rogelio G. Siso.
At Father
From Maricon, Samin of Science Department. Indang National High School, Junior High School and Senior High School teachers, Indang ICT Coordinator Family. Ma'am Hannah Gale of Arnedo Elementary School, headed by Ma'am Rosemary Tabajeros. And Patag. Ayan, binabati ko po pala, Ma'am Rosemary Tabajeros. Happy birthday po. Baka makaabot po ang lumpia dito. And Patar Elementary School by Karina Suarez and also Sir Mark Angel Moreno.
Yes, and SDO Mandaluyong. Hello sa mga teachers natin dyan at sa SDS nila, si Dr. Romela.
Nice ko din pong bati na ating from Lipata Elementary School teachers from Caramoan North District, SDO Camarines Sur with their master teacher to Windel Alvarez. Binabati ko din po mga teachers natin dyan. Ma'am Siren Plupen and Ma'am Maricel Alfaro and Ma'am Janet Gunagua. Solidad Duterte National High School, SDO Davao City. And Rochelle D. Armamento, faculty and staff from Sir Rex Estremillo. Binabati din po natin SDO Makati at ang kanilang SDS, Carlene Sedilla, Ma'am Carlene Sedilla from Makati Science High School at ang faculty with the principal, Ma'am Eden Samada.
And happy birthday daw kay Sir Neil Arvin Bautista from SDO Nueva
Happy
Ecija.
birthday! Binabati ko rin po from Bernabe Elementary School, SDO Pasay, Sir Leonardo G. Balaguer from Teacher M. Mugpog National Comprehensive High School, Division of Marinduque from Diana Arteleza, Rachel Padasas, binabati ang Nereo R. Joaquin National High School, Biñan Laguna, bumabati din sa Parada National High School, Valenzuela, si Sir Jason Peralta, bumabati din. Binabati ko sila Teacher Arias from San Rafael Technological Vocational High School, and Sir Fred Mateos from North Bay Boulevard South Elementary School, SDO Navotas.
Yes, and with that, I think, mamaya,
Meron ba? Meron pa!
palang
Kasi nag-ready yung dalawa pa nating speakers.
Meron nagbababate sa SDO Bulacan, Santa Lucia National High School Venchin Association.
At Pasig City Science High School and Magahan High School from Sir Romeo Quijano and Sir AJ Punsala. Binabati rin Santa Rosario National High School, SDO Nueva Ecija, Santo Domingo Annex with their principal Berlin Elvin Deville, Manuel Luis Quezon faculty and staff, Principal Sir Edmund G. Villarreal, at lahat ng teachers from SDO Nueva Ecija, kanilang SDS Sir Jesse D. Ferrer, ASDS Sir Ronilo Hilario, and ASDS Mamina Gracia Acosta, CID Chief Ma'am Jane M. Garcia, SGOD Chief Louis Calzon, Santa Rosa North Annex PSDS Cesar Lopez, Rahal Central Elementary School teachers and Principal Glenn Kenneth B. Caronel, Dr. Sancho Manuba Elementary School, Santa Rosa North Annex, with Principal Ma'am Rowena Rodriguez. We love you. Yan.
Yes, and with that, I think we're ready to move on to our last topic of the day, sir.
Day 1 ito. Pero, meron pa tayo isang interesting na pag-uusapan. We will end this one with a very interesting talk about the creative utilization of Canva for students' performance tasks. Oh, dati teachers, we use that one for PowerPoint presentations. Ngayon naman, turuan namin kayo kung paano naman natin linangin ang ating mga kabataan sa paggamit ng Canva. This will be discussed by two very special guests from Canva Philippines. Sino yung isa?
The first speaker from Canva Philippines is the community manager of Canva for Filipino teachers, Canva's online community of over 28,000 K-12 educators in the Philippines. As part of the PH Social Content and Community team, he empowers Pinoy teachers by keeping them supported and engaged as they discover Canva as an educational tool for their classrooms. Outside of Canva, we can find him creating video tutorials and reviews on his YouTube channel, Chris De Vera TV. So, our first speaker is none other than Mr. Chris De Vera.
At sasamahan siya ng isa pa nating binibini from Canva Philippines. She is one of EdTech specialists and the project lead of DepEd Commons, also an inspired writer. She founded the Junior Chamber International Bawang Fruit Basket. This is a non-government organization to extend help not only among children, but also to you, dear teachers. With her determination and perseverance, she organized various free training, workshops, and seminars, and served as the chairperson of the concluded free international multidisciplinary webinar for teachers. She continues the epitome of self-service that will provide quality education to Filipino children and educators.
Once again, everyone, please welcome Ms. Evelyn B. Marquez and Mr. Chris De Vera.
All right, so thank you so much to our dearest, amazingly effervescent and charmingly whole brilliant host, Miss Pau and Mr. Avencha. All right, good afternoon, fellow educators from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and to the whole world. This will be the last session for today's INSET 2.0. I'm April P. Marquez, and I'll just be sharing with you just some inputs on the creative utilization of Canva for students' performance tests. But wait, what makes this exciting is that we will be having a guest. Actually, he's truly the speaker for this session who will discuss comprehensively from Canva, Philippines, none other than Sir Chris De Vera. Hi, Sir Chris. Good afternoon.
Hi, Miss April. Good afternoon. Hi to everyone watching.
All right, I think everyone is exciting and waiting for the session. So shall I say, I just give you the session?
Sure. Thank you.
All
I'll
right,
start.
so get away.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. So yes, my name is Chris De Vera. I'm the community manager at Canva. I handle the Canva for Filipino Teachers online community. Hopefully, most of you watching today are members already. Okay, so I have some slides here prepared. Everything you'll see here today are prepared using Canva. Miss Aprilline, can we flash my slides? There we go, thank you. So yes, we'll talk about the creative utilization of Canva for students' performance tasks. So I know most of us who use Canva, maybe we use it for posters, presentations, or I've seen recently sa mga virtual graduation ceremonies. Very patok yung Canva. So thank you for using Canva. But some of you might not know that we can also use it for the students. They can use it for their output and for even group works, which I will talk about later. So before I start, just to warm us up. So again, my name is Chris, and I just want to keep this webinar interactive. I see most of you commenting already where you are from. So I'll ask another question. Just to keep it fun. So what did you have for breakfast today? I want to see kung may mga unique na breakfast kayo today. So ako, I had oatmeal with some fruits. So medyo healthy lang today. Something very filling, just so that I wouldn't get hungry during this webinar. Any other? Okay, coffee, egg, bread, suman. Oh, I love suman. Okay. So yun, and I'm presenting right now from Cainta, that's in Rizal. It's very near Pasig, and I see that our viewers are really all over the Philippines. Garden Sagad, nainggit ako sa Garden Sagad. Dragon fruit, okay. Hello, I think I see some members here from our community, so I'll talk about the community later. So, hey, we have a lot of things to cover today. I'll talk about a little more about Canva for those not familiar, but we'll really deep dive today about Canva for education, its different features, and how to maximize the number of education templates we have on it, plus our LMS integrations. And then I'll give you a little taste of some graphic design basics, just a taste, because this could be a whole other topic. And then lastly, I'll show a demo of an About Me presentation, which is something perfect for back to school and something that you can have your students submit. So let's start with a quick introduction to Canva. Can I ask in the comments, who are familiar with Canva, who are using Canva already? I think most of you are. If you are, type number 1. And then for those who've never used Canva, have never made anything in Canva yet, type 0 in the comments. So I just want to get a gauge of how familiar are you with Canva? How much do you know it? Lots of ones, okay? Lots of ones, I think I haven't seen a 0 yet. Okay, very few zeros, so that's very good. Thank you. I'm glad many of you are using Canva. But no worries, yung mga nag-answer ng 0, that's good as well because that means you will learn a lot today. So I'll try to keep it both basic for today, but also try to sprinkle in some more advanced features for those who are already using Canva. So I'll skip that and I'll go straight to what is Canva. So I think many of you might also find it difficult to describe Canva in one sentence because there's so many things you can make with it and it's constantly evolving. So simply put, Canva is an online design tool that enables you to easily create beautiful and engaging designs with thousands of templates to choose from. So I think that templates, parang yun yung unique sa Canva. You can create designs, but you don't have to make them from scratch. You already have templates that you can easily customize to your liking. Para siyang Pinterest board minsan, di ba? Parang you can get inspiration, you can see some color palettes, or sige, ganitong design gusto ko, pero yung laman, I will change it. Does anyone else use Canva in that way? Parang Pinterest board, inspiration board, mood board? I think, yes, I see some. You use it that way as well. And it's good to understand how did Canva come about. So let's talk about the usual way that good design is made. And it's very complex. So for those here who handle the school, yung mga Facebook page ng school nyo or other social media pages, you know how difficult it can be to make mga posters, mga infographics, mga announcement posts. So oftentimes it would start with purchasing software, mga licenses. And then you might need to have studied design, watched some tutorials on YouTube, and you would need to purchase or download mga photos. If it's free photos from Google, madalas hindi siya high quality or may mga watermarks, and it's very hard din to find videos. And then fonts. So if you want mga fancy fonts, you have to find some place pa to download them, figure out how to install them, and so on. So you have to purchase layouts, slice the image, remove the background, and then you want to send it out via email, you want to upload it as a PDF, and then lastly, you want to share it online, or you want to print it. So you see the entire process, mahaba siya, and it can be very complicated, especially for teachers. Obviously, this is not our specialty. Our main job is to teach. So Canva comes very handy because we made it simple and integrated. This way, all of those steps you can do without leaving Canva. You don't have to purchase any software. You don't have to download any images or fonts. And you can easily export everything straight from Canva to your social media platforms, or you can even just share a link. So I'll talk more later about how you can export things and share things. But as you can see, parang Canva na yung one-stop shop for everything design. So for those who don't have Canva yet, how can you use it? So you can use it straight from your browser. So Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, Microsoft Edge. You can use it in your browser. But it's a phone, you can use it on your browser. That's canva.com. But for phones and tablets, we would recommend that you install na lang the app. So that's available for both iOS, mga Apple devices, and Android. So just search Canva and then download the first one that you see. And okay, I'm just looking at the comments every now and then. And once you go on Canva, you'll see this on the home page, and you'll see it's very creative, very colorful, and automatically you'll see different types of designs you can start with. So yung mga poster, parang naka 8.5 by 11 inches na siya. Yung presentation, naka 16 by 9. So you don't have to worry about the dimensions or the sizes. Nandyan na siya. Or mga Instagram post, edi naka 1 by 1 square size na siya. So yun, very convenient. And at Canva, our main goal is to empower the world to design. So we want everyone to be able to design no matter who you are, no matter your skill set. And more than that, we also want to empower every classroom to design. So yung mga schools education is very, very close to our heart. And that's why it's connected to our 6 values. So as a company, we have these 6 values, all about being good and all about making things simple. And we want to invest in, or we are investing in education because we want to be a force for good. And I think with the pandemic, with the era of remote teaching, remote learning, this couldn't have come at a better time because you all know this already, but it's parang all of us teachers and school admin, we've had to play even more roles. We've had to quickly adapt to the changing times and have to learn all these different types of software, all these different designs that we did not have to worry about before. And that's why we have this gift for all K-12 teachers in the Philippines and worldwide. And don't worry, included dito yung mga ALS, mga SPED, and all, pati mga non-teaching faculty. So it's not just the teaching faculty specifically. And that is Canva for Education. So I think most of you, maybe through your schools, are already on Canva for Education. You can find out more details at canva.com/education. And you might be wondering, how is it different from normal Canva? Or how is it different from Canva Pro? Hindi ba siya the same lang? So you're partly right that it's similar to Canva Pro, but it's actually even better because aside from getting the Pro features, itong yung mga paid features ng Canva, you also get additional education-specific features. So let's look through this list. So you'll see here that you get the premium version of Canva, and you get all the same things that normal Canva has. So all these templates, millions of images, icons, illustrations, fonts, but you also get additional features like integration with Google Classroom, with Microsoft Teams, and with Clever. And you also get to create a classroom within Canva. You have access to education templates, and you also have the assignments feature. So you can actually assign designs or worksheets straight to your students within Canva. And then you can receive their finished output, check it, give feedback, all within Canva. So in a way, parang it's like a mini LMS as well. So you don't only have to make your designs in Canva, you can also distribute it within Canva. So nakaka-excite ba yun? Did you all know that you can actually have more features with Canva for Education? So daig kayo actually. And that's how much Canva loves education. So let's, and of course, have I forgotten to mention, it's all 100% free. So if you don't have yet Canva for Education, don't worry, I will share with you how to sign up. So basta K-12 teacher, pati mga homeschool teachers, eligible kayo. And very important as well is that we are COPPA, I'll just spell it out, and FERPA compliant. So this just means that everything that you see on Canva for Education is safe for kids. Mga photos, mga designs, they're all safe for kids. So how do you get set up? So there are 2 ways to access this forever premium version of Canva for Education. So if you have your, here, you can feel free to screenshot this. If you have your Edu email account, so mga DepEd Edu or any school.edu account, then you can just go to canva.com/edu-sign-up or scan the QR code flashed on the screen. And don't worry, those that have other email accounts that don't have an Edu account, you can also sign up. So you can scan this code instead or go to bit.ly/canvaph-edu. So it's a similar process, and you will be asked for some requirements lang, so some documentation to show that you are a K-12 teacher. Yun. So feel free to sign up after this webinar if you haven't yet. Now, how do we bring our students on board? So, okay, tayong mga teachers, we have access na to Canva for Education. Now, what about yung mga students? So, on the right, you'll see here what your classroom or your homepage will look like on your Canva for Education account. Can you see my cursor? There we go. So this is your dedicated space to set up your groups, to invite students, to manage your lessons, activities, or projects all in one place. And automatically, you will have one classroom already. You'll have, it will be named after your email account. So if my name is Chris De Vera at, let's say, up.alum.edu, then it will be Chris De Vera's class over here. Do you see this little one? So you will automatically have one classroom already. So here, that's where you can add your students and share your designs with them. But let's say you want to create a separate classroom. Let's say you're handling two different grade levels, or you're handling more than one subject. So you can easily create another classroom as well. Think of it like a team. So you can create another classroom by going to account settings. So that's the little gear icon here, up here. There, that gear icon. You click account settings. Then you go to billings and teams over on the left, that one. So you see there, you're on Canva for Education. And here at the bottom, you can click create a new class. So name it whatever you want. You can name it after the school year, or name it after the trimester, semester. So class of 2021, 2022. And there you go, you have a new classroom. So you'll see it on the left, you added another classroom. So that's just one way to organize things. It will make more sense once you're using Canva for Education, and once you have different students, or you have students from different groups joining your account. So as a teacher, you can invite your students to your classroom, and that's what we want. We want that you don't only use Canva for Education for yourself, but you can also share the blessing with your students. And students, once they're added, can create and share work in Canva with their teachers and with the rest of the class. So parang dito na yung portal for their submissions. So there are many ways to invite your students to your classroom in Canva. So the easiest way is to import your students using Google Classroom. So if that is the LMS of your school, then yun, very, very easy to add everyone. And then another way is you can click copy here, this one, click copy to copy the link, and then paste it in your group chat, in your Facebook group, and any student who will click that link will automatically be added to your classroom. So that's another very easy way. We also have integrations here with Microsoft Teams and with Clever. And then lastly, you can also manually invite your students. So if you know the email addresses, medyo mas difficult siya because you have to input it manually. But at the bottom here, you can just enter the email address of your students. So as you can see here, you just click here, import Google Classroom, and then it will ask you to connect your Google account or choose which Google account, and then ask you to select which class you want to import. Sorry, it's a little small, but I think you get the idea. And then you click there, send invitations. So how will your students, what will they receive? What will it look like? So they will get an email saying that they are invited to a class. And then they can click this, turquoise green button, join the class. And just like that, they will be added to your classroom. And then by doing that, they will have access as well. They will also have access to the same Canva for Education features and library that you have. So it will make it easy for your entire classroom to use all of Canva's features for your class activities. And as does anyone here also use Microsoft Teams in their school? So you can also easily share your classroom and invite using Microsoft Teams. Okay. Now for the most interesting part, I would say, for today is group work activities. So can I get, in the comments, can I get a raise of hands who here has used Canva for a group work activity? Meaning multiple students of yours were collaborating and editing the same design at the same time. So you'll see elements moving, and you'll see parang this could be for a brainstorm activity or for even a birthday card. Have you ever tried that? Like different users editing at the same time? Okay, so I'm just checking the comments. So I think not so much yet. Maybe some of you haven't explored this option yet, but trust me, once you see it, you will want to try it. So reimagine your project-based learning and your group works with Canva. So try out our templates that are specifically designed with classroom collaboration at its core. So now you can create, collaborate, brainstorm, note, and you can do presentation learnings together while not together. So together remotely. And you can see here, if you type in group work in Canva, you have many templates that you can start with. So these are like brainstorm templates. So you can easily, it's like a big blackboard or whiteboard or chalkboard for everyone that can write on it at the same time. So it's very fun. Your students would need internet connection for this, but for those who have internet, then it's a very nice way to keep your class engaged, especially for mga synchronous classes. So how do you do this? So choose an activity. So again, type in group work. You can also type in other things like brainstorm or group poster design or all about me, you can see here. So just type in Canva and then select your favorite template that you see and create the activity brief. So it says here, how can we reduce, let's say, how can we reduce our trash every week? That's the question. So you'll see here different sections. On the left, you have your facts. On the second, you have feelings and then benefits, ideas. So it's up to you how you want to create it. Or you can put your pros and cons. You can split up your class into 2 groups. And then I'll show you later, but from this design, they can all input their ideas at the same time, all on this same page. Yes, kaya ng Canva i-support yung multiple users editing at the same time. So the third step after you've given your activity brief is to share your design, your group activity with your students as a link or as an assignment. So you can click the share button on top and then copy the link. At the bottom, you see copy link. Or if you've added your students to your classroom, then you can just type in your student's email or the name of your classroom. So here in the little search box, let me wait for it. Here in the little search box, you can also type in the name of your classroom. And then that will send this entire group work design to your entire classroom. And then they can start editing. So just to talk a little bit more about sharing in Canva. So there are many ways that you can share a design in Canva. The first way, so if you click this drop-down button, so let's say you click here, you click share, and then you'll see here at the bottom, there's this little drop-down option. So if I click it, you'll see 3 options. The first is share a link to view. So you would do this if you want to share your presentation for others to view, but not edit. So you don't want them to mess around with it. But the second option is share a link to edit, the one you see on screen. So this way, you can share it with, let's say, your co-faculty, who you want to edit or add slides to. So let's say you can use this for a group work. Let's say you have a class activity, and then each group is supposed to make a presentation. So they can share the link amongst themselves so that they can all add slides to the presentation. They're all working on one document that they're editing together. And then the last way, the third way, which is the most unique, is to share a link as a template. So it's a bit self-explanatory, but what it means is when you share the design as a template, you will automatically create a copy for whoever student will open the design. So when you share the link with them and they open it, it will open in Canva and it's already a duplicate copy of your original design. That way, they can edit it, but it will not alter your original design. So you're creating a template that your students can use and edit without editing your original one. So this is great for things like worksheets or, let's say, forms that they need to fill. If there's a survey you want them to fill, then you can share it as a template so that they all create their own copy. Can I know in the comments if all of you, if for those who knew about how to share as a template, did you know that that was the purpose of it, or is this new information? Because I think many of us, we often just share a link to edit, and then medyo mainis tayo when we see people moving around our elements or deleting pages from our presentation. So now you know, if you want to share your design without it affecting your original one, share it na lang as a template. New information. Okay, thank you from Miss Crisal and Sir Dino. Yun. Okay, so I'm glad we're learning today. So going back to the group work, so step 4, your students can form groups, can assign roles, or can even sign a group contract to prepare for the activity. So yung konting pakulo lang yan, but your students can maybe type their names at the bottom, all at the same time, just to show, okay, I agree to this, or this was submitted by, and then put the names of your students. And then you can, subdivide the group during the activity. And lastly, students will be collaborating in real time to complete the project. So you'll see here on the screen that you have multiple elements moving around with multiple users. So it's similar to that other platform where you can edit a document at the same time. So here it's like that. You're editing at the same time. You can even chat while you're editing. You can add comments. So your students, in a way, it's very special because they get to, this is a way for them to interact with each other, and they can see in real time what everyone is doing. I'm looking at the comments right now. Okay, I think some of you are amazed. So yes, that's the benefit of Canva being online. So because you don't need to download anything, you can use it in your browser. Para na rin siyang online game na, you can interact with other people. You can all design at the same time. So just as a bonus information, all about, again, sharing, you can also share your designs directly to Google Classroom. So you'll see here on screen, this is one of our Filipino templates, one of our local history templates. So you'll see we have a growing library as well of Filipino templates that you can use. And this is a very good one. It actually has several slides already and some information already about each hero. So we want to make everyone's work easier. So we're constantly creating new templates as well that are useful to teachers like you. So for this one, you can type in Canva, you can type in Filipino heroes, you can type in PH heroes, or even if you just type in Philippines, this will be one of the designs that you will see. And then you can use the slides how you wish. Or you can copy the heroes for your National Heroes Day poster for today, or mga buwan ng wika. Very useful, very flexible yung mga local designs namin. So going back, you can easily share any design that you have to your Google Classroom. So all you do, let me go back, is you click the 3 dots. Can you see on the very, very upper right, there are 3 dots beside the download button. Then when you click that, you will see a big menu of different places that you can export or share your design to. So one of them is Google Classroom. And once you click it, it will just prompt you to connect your Google Classroom, to choose which Google account to share your design with. So are there teachers here who use Google Classroom in your school? Can you mention the school name if you use Google Classroom? So yun, very easy. You don't anymore need to download your presentation as an MP4 or as a PDF and then upload it pa to Google Classroom. Here you can share it na directly. Okay, I'm just looking at the comments. Okay, yes. Okay. Thank you. The comments are going by so fast, that's why it's hard for me to read them. But thank you. I see a comment here that the problem is often the internet connection. So we're working on that. But this at least these collaboration features, you can use them when your students have internet. If not, then you can always export your designs as a PDF, or you can even print them out to for your other learners. Now let's talk about how you can find more of these lesson and activity templates. So we have over 60,000 high quality educational templates that you can customize. And sometimes it can get difficult to find them because there are just so many. So let me feature some right now. You might want to take screenshots, or essentially everything that you see on screen, you can just type in those words. So you could simply type in education presentations to find all of our, sorry, very simple, to find all of our education presentations. So these are all of our 16 by 9 mga landscape na pang slideshow, pang presentation. You can also type in lesson plans. So you see here, very colorful, very fun, blank lesson plans that you can use. You can print them out if you want to handwrite on them, or you can also just edit directly in Canva. So it becomes like your digital journal, your digital lesson plan. Or if you want, you can, after editing it online, you can share it with your supervisor or share it with your co-faculty, so for them to check, for them to give feedback, all online. Another one are worksheets. So we have many worksheets for different subjects like math and science that you can use. So this is where sharing as a template will come very handy. You can share this with your class. They will create a copy. They'll put their answers in, put their shapes in, and then they can share it back to you. They can share their own copy back to you. Okay. Sorry, whenever I'm not talking, it means I'm reading some of the comics. Reading some of the comments. I said comics because we also have some comic strips later that I'll talk about. We also have virtual classroom kits. So these are like a whole set that come with Zoom backgrounds, Google Classroom headers, and they all follow a design already. So we actually have some that are Care Bears inspired. So if you want to really decorate your classroom before the school year starts, give your students, a friendly welcome, you can use our classroom kits to really design your virtual classroom. You can also add Bitmoji. So if you can see here on the bottom right, see cartoon teacher, that's a Bitmoji that was made directly in Canva. So I think many of you love Bitmoji. I see it used a lot in my community. And of course, it's very cute, it's very nice. So in Canva, I won't demo it now, but on Canva in the left side, on the left side toolbar, if you scroll to the very bottom, so after you have music, or you have audio, you have videos, you have photos, you have charts. If you go to the very bottom and click the 3 dots, that will go to your More menu, and then you'll find their Bitmoji. And you can click it, connect your account, and create your Bitmoji directly in Canva and add it in all of your designs. Are there any Bitmoji fans here sa chat? Can you let me know? Ano pa yung ibang mga similar kay Bitmoji? Just let me know in the comments if you use Bitmoji. Okay. And then we also have different posters. We have some that are for classroom rules. We also have for mga planets in the solar system. Or here, you can see on the bottom right, Student of the Month. So lots of different posters. You can use it for birthdays, or you can use it to recognize a certain student, or even create announcements if you're handling, let's say, the Facebook page of your school. And then we also have, like, similar to that classroom kit, we have classroom decor kits. So again, lots of fun designs, really cater to kids, really colorful, really vibrant, that you can use to decorate your classroom. And like we said, we have many group work activities. We also have infographics. So these are medyo mas narrow, longer designs. You can edit everything here that you see. If you want to edit, let's say, the leaf, or you want to edit the color of the butterfly, or change the icons altogether but keep the design, you can do that. So at least this gives you a nice layout that you can follow for your infographics. Or you can make it you can make it an assignment for your students for them to create an infographic about what you discussed. Or if you read a book as a class, then they can share all of their learnings in an infographic. Challenge them to put it all in one page. We also have student video templates. So this is similar to what I'll demo later, but your students can create an intro for themselves that they can share with the class during their first week back at school. So you just search student video templates, and then you'll be able to find these, and they can put in their videos, put in some trivia, some facts, and design it however way they want. And we also have, the list goes on, but we also have social emotional learning activities. So mga SEL designs, we have mga mood thermometer, mga pick the face that represents how you feel today. So these are very, very useful now, especially again in remote learning, because it's important that we check up on our students, we ask how they're feeling, and we give them an avenue to express how they're feeling. And it's good if we let them know that it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel confused, and really just discuss your feelings. So I know we have a lot of young learners. We're dealing with a lot of young learners who don't get to interact with their classmates now the way that we used to. So these are just some, ways to help keep your students in check. So I think these are quite popular among the teachers here. I see these being used a lot. You can also use this as like an icebreaker. So before you start your lesson, ask people to just, rate how they're feeling, describe how they're feeling, mga ganon. And so because I said that our library of education templates keeps growing, we actually have some very brand new ones. I think these came out like last month lang. So perfect for back to school. We have several of these posters. So we have About Me posters. Again, this can be an output for your students. You have the option kanina na presentation or video. Now you have the option na poster. So it's up to you. You also have mga icebreaker activities, and you also have mga milestones. So again, if you want to celebrate your students' achievements, you can use these posters. And again, these are things that you can only see on the Canva for Education account. So you really get access to these very colorful, very youth-oriented designs. We also have class contracts and certificates. So if you want, if you have your own classroom rules, you can make a design and then have your students put their names on it. Just a way to build camaraderie, to build agreement with the class. And mga certificates. So if you have, let's say, a student of the week, or most friendly, most helpful, you can create any type of certificate. And it's a fun way to keep your class happy and active. We also have About Me videos. So this is what I'll demo later. But again, it's a nice way for your students to introduce themselves in a fun design, and also a way for you to introduce yourself. So I highly encourage the teachers here for back to school to create your own About Me video, and then you can share it with your students so that they get a nice introduction about you. And of course, when we share about yourselves, then they become more naiengganyo sila to share about themselves as well, para maging two-way sharing. We also have, I hope hindi kayo nauumay, but we have a lot of templates talaga. So we also have storyboards. So this is why I said comics a while ago. So we have storyboards that you can also use. And you can see here on the on the right side, they can also build their own characters. So they can combine the heads with the bodies, with the clothes, parang mga paper doll. So they can also create their own scenario. So this is perfect then for those who are not great at drawing. So instead, they can still visualize what they want to visualize with photos and with different elements. So these are very fun. You can try out these storyboards. Just type storyboard. And lastly, we have subject quiz presentations. So we actually have several topics already that have slides, that have questions, and that have answers. So you'll see here mga triangles and quadrilaterals. So for the math teachers, you have a little quiz there in presentation form. Or simplifying polynomials. So these are actually a lot of science. We also have geography and yun, Italian Renaissance. So perfect for high school teachers as well, mga quizzes. And I'm reaching the end already. So I just want to share with you some graphic design basics. This alone can be its own topic because we have four main aspects of good graphic design, which are text, color, image, and layout. And I'm not going to discuss all four right now due to time, but I think what would be fun to discuss is text. So text is very important because fonts have their own language. They all have something to say beyond the words on the page. And every font has its own mood and personality. So sometimes even without reading what you're going to, even without reading what you want to read, looking at the font pa lang, you can tell, ay, serious to, ay, fun to. Or if you look at a movie poster and you look at the font, even in a foreign language, like mga K-drama movies, you can tell what genre it is by the font of the movie. So let's try a little demo here, or a little activity. So in this note, you'll see, I will always find you. So can you let me know in the comments, how does this make you feel? What kind of, where would you see this? Or what kind of movie genre would this be for? Yung mga ganito. Does it make you feel attracted? Does it make you feel like someone's flirting with you? Is it sweet? Is it like pang star cinema film? I see here mga romantic movie, yes. Or mga drama, oo. Mga Nicholas Sparks siguro, mga ganon. Now, let's try with that same 5 words, I will always find you. How does this make you feel naman? What kind of movie would this be for? What kind of K-drama would this font be bagay for? Serious, suspense. I see the answers here. Horror, yes. Stalking, oo. See, so I won't read the other answers anymore, but as you can see, the same 5 words have a totally different meaning. Actually, it's the opposite meaning just by changing the font. So that's why, when we're creating our presentations, we should match our font to our topic and avoid, like, even if a font is very fun, very one of your favorite fonts, if it doesn't match your topic, it might actually, distract your students more than it helps your presentation. So here's just a little infographic that you can feel free to screenshot, because it's also nice to combine fonts to keep things interesting. So you can combine, here are just some recommendations on fonts that are nice to combine. And you can see they all have different moods. Some are more serious, some are more romantic, mga cursive. And all of the fonts you see here, yung mga names that you see here, are Canva fonts. So you can find them on Canva just by searching the name of the font. And don't worry, even if you don't memorize or screenshot this, you can always find your perfect font in Canva by just searching adjectives. So if you want to search funny, not funny. If you want to search funny, you can type funny and it will show you some like very playful fonts. Or you want to type fancy, then it will show you some nice script fonts, mga brush fonts. Or you want to put there simple, then it will show you some simple fonts. So even adjectives work when you want to search fonts in Canva. Okay, so that's just a little taste of graphic design basics. And I want to segue right now to invite you all to join our online community. So this is the community that I handle. It's called Canva for Filipino Teachers. In this screenshot, it says 28,000 members, but right now we're at around 32,000 already. So it's a growing community for K-12 teachers, and it's for everyone to learn more about Canva together. So I handle it, you'll see me there, and I'll be there to also support you and answer your questions. So all you do is you go to Facebook and you search Canva for Filipino Teachers, and it will be the first result that you see. So it's a Facebook group, not a Facebook page. So baka malito kayo. So it's a Facebook group. Can I see if there are any members here, any existing members? Can you comment if you are already part of this group? So just what can you see in this group? You can see exclusive announcements. So when we have new features, especially education features, you will see it right here. You'll be the first to know. You will also find tips, tricks, and tutorials. So I often post tips on how to use Canva, some of the more advanced features. And even the other members, yung ibang mga teachers, they love to share their learnings as well when they find a new feature. Minsan sila pa yung unang magdi-discover ng bagong feature. We also have Canva challenges, which are our contests. So, we'll give you a little task to design, and then we'll pick our favorite ones, and you will get exclusive Canva merchandise. So if you've seen teachers with like Canva shirts or Canva notebooks, now you know how they get it from our Canva challenges. And overall, we have a very friendly and collaborative community. So we're all teachers in this group. So if you want to share your designs, you want to ask how to design a graduation ceremony, you have a community here that's very willing to help. And we also have fun activities like recognition rights, where we try to acknowledge the most active members, and of course, give you some Canva merch, some Canva swag to reward you. So this is for those who are interested. This is free to join. This is really just a Facebook group that you just search, click join, and then I will accept your request. And we also have exclusive webinars here in the group. So kung nabitin kayo sa topic ko today, we have monthly webinars exclusively in the Facebook group about all types of topics related to education. So again, that's on Facebook. Just search Canva for Filipino teachers. And we also have 2 other communities here in the Philippines, official Canva communities. For those who are mga negosyante, those who started a small business or medium-sized business, you can join Canva for Negosyo. And it's everything that I said as well: announcements, webinars, Canva challenges, and a supportive community. So doon we feature our business templates and other cool features. And we also have Canva for freelancers. So if there are any aspiring graphic designers or mga nagsa-sideline as a graphic designer or illustrator, or just wanting to use Canva for those types of things, you can also join Canva for freelancers. So just type in any of these names in Facebook and you'll see the group right away. And of course, we're on Facebook, that's Canva, just search Canva, and on Twitter and on Instagram as Canva_PH. And we would love it if you use the hashtag CanvaLove whenever you post about Canva. If you've seen in the comments, we have Mitch from Canva replying to your comments. So she will also, find your CanvaLove posts. Okay, so now, Miss April, please let me know how many more minutes I have, but I want to demo an About Me presentation, which is what you can use for your students' output, especially for back to school. So let me just share my browser. Actually, it's getting a little dark here. Medyo makulimlim na. So, 1 second here. Miss Aprilline, if you could flash my other window. Okay. So, feel free to follow along with me if you'd like, or you can always just watch. So on Canva, just what I did was I typed in back to school. Let me try that again. So type back to school, and then you will see all these different templates. So what I want you to look for is these ones, the mga video. So these are your About Me video templates. So let me try picking this one. So to open it will open your design in a new tab. By the way, everything you see here, you can also use it on your mobile app. So browser or phone or tablet, you can use these features and these templates. So you'll see here on screen, it says here, Canva Video Editor Open Beta. So this is actually, as I told you, Canva is constantly improving, constantly growing. So actually our video, no problem. I'll keep this short. So we actually have improved video editor. So you're going to see this. And I highly suggest you click try it for free. So try out our new video editor. Again, for those who use Canva for mga graduation virtual ceremonies or mga morning assemblies, you will like our new video editor. So you'll see here you have a timeline already that makes it easy to edit. So here you'll see I have how many? 4 pages. We have my cover page, about me, and then my favorites, and what's the last one? Fun facts. So your students and you yourself can fill out this about me intro video. So let's say you have, so here you have a little boy. So of course we want to put our own video. So what you can do is you can click here in uploads, and then you can upload your own media. So if you have your own photo in your downloads folder, you can click upload media and then pick your photo. Or if you want, you can also record yourself right here, right now. So let's try that. So it says here, let me do that one more time so that you can see. Okay, so let me pick my camera. So there you go. So all within Canva, you can already record. So it's asking me to set up my camera and my mic. You can see your mic. You can test it by looking at the audio waves. And then once it looks good, you think of this as like a little mirror backstage. So once it looks good, you can click start recording. So 3, 2, 1. Then you can say, hello, classmates. My name is Chris. I am 10 years old, etc. And then if you made a mistake, you can always restart your recording. So let's try it as a teacher. So you can say, hello, sorry, my video froze. It says here, you can say, hello, my name is teacher Chris. I'll be teaching science for the rest of the school year. I hope to get to know all of you more throughout the school year, etc. And then when you're done, you can click end recording over here on the upper right. You can watch your video. I won't watch it anymore, but you can watch your video first. You can save it and opt to record another video, or you can save it and go back to editing, or you can always discard it, meaning you will just record a new one. So let's say I'm good with this, I don't need to record another one. So I'll click this purple button, save, and back to editing. So now my video is in my design. So that's straight from my webcam. And then you can just, if you wanted to go into this circle, all you have to do is drag it above or on top of your circle. And then you'll see when I release my mouse, my cursor, it automatically snaps into the circle. And then I can play it. You can see, hello. Yeah, medyo nag-lag lang yung video ko because I'm using my webcam for both, for both the webinar and my Canva presentation. But you can easily make your video in Canva and then put it in the shape already. And then let's say here, of course, my name is not Tristan. So hey, my name is, let's say I'm the teacher. You can say my name is Sir Chris. And then maybe let's add another. Okay, so I copied this one. And then I want to put here, nice to meet you. So you can always add whatever you want. You can always change the color. Okay, so this is actually not a circle shape. So I would just remove the circle. So I went to effects, and then I'm just gonna straighten that and put it here. So you can customize this however way you want. You can even, let's say you want to change the color of the leaf, you can change it. So really, the template is up to you how you want to customize it. But of course, you can always just leave it alone because it already looks nice if you like it. So here in the second page, we have about me. So you can write a little bit. I'm Chris Tevera. I am from Cainta, Rizal, etc. I have been teaching for 5 years, etc. So you can put that, put your about me, and you can always add more elements if you want. So let's say I love drawing. So I can type in drawing here in the Elements tab and put this little paint palette icon. So I can add that there just so that they have, it's a little more customized to me. So you can always challenge your students to customize their design because obviously they're going to be using similar templates. So the challenge now for them is how do they customize it and make it truly their own. Let's go to the third page, which is my favorites. So it's a little small. Let me zoom in. So I'll click here, this slider at the bottom, and oh, no, here. I will click this one at the bottom to make my canvas larger. Okay, that's too large. Let's try 50%. Okay. So here you can see my favorite food is spaghetti and meatballs. So this is just a template. So you can always change it. You can go into the more tab here on the left. And then let's click photos so that we can search for other photos. So let's say my favorite food is actually my favorite food is pasta. So let's just say something Japanese food. So let's say sushi. So you can click a photo from that library from here on the left side, and it will automatically pop into your design. And just like before, you just slide it on top of the circle that you want it to snap to or crop into, let go, and there you go. So your sushi photo is there, and of course, let's change the words. So my favorite food is sushi. My favorite car is, okay, you can change that. You can always change the questions as well. So let's say, you're asking grade schoolers, maybe they don't have a favorite car yet. So you can always change the question to something else, maybe favorite color or favorite show. Let's try making this my favorite color. And then you can just have them pick a shape here from the... I think you can hear my dog in the background because it's thundering a little bit. Let me just get my dog. One second. Okay, hello, I am back. Sorry, it was just my dog. Any dog owners here, I think you would know how scared they get when it's raining or when there's thunder. So there you go. So you can also just, let's say you want to change the color. You can go to elements. Let's pick a shape here. And then you can have your student pick the color. So here, over here on the upper left, pick any color you like. You can even type in words. So let's say my favorite color is blue, and it will show you different kinds of blue. Let's pick this one. So there you go. My favorite color is blue. And then when you are done, so let me zoom back out. When you're done with your presentation, you can play it. Let's try playing it from the start. Let me try playing it from the start.
You can see, hello, sorry, my video froze. It says here, you can see.
There's your video, and there are some transitions already. So everything's moving, everything's fun. So this one is a paragraph. So it will flash for a longer time than the first slide. And then you have your next part, which is your favorites. And then your last part, which is your fun facts. There we go, fun facts. So you can have them record a video of them doing their favorite activity and put it there. So how they can submit this to you is many options. They can just click share here. They can click share and then copy the link here, or they can download it as an MP4 video, and automatically just it will select all the pages and then click download, and then you'll see here it's downloading as we speak. And then if you have a Facebook group or group chat, they can submit it there. So there are many options for them to submit their About Me video. So that's one example output of what they can submit. Okay, Miss Aprilline, that ends my demo. Thank you very much. I hope everyone learned a lot today. I hope you get to try this out after the webinar.
Oh yes, Sir Chris, thank you so much. And I think I will not give any question because you have given already a very comprehensive discussion and it's really meatier. And again, let's welcome our students in a virtual world. And you know what, Sir Chris, for this creative utilization of Canva for the performances of students, you really give us a lot of options, shall I say, a lot of options, a lot of choices that may be utilized by our dearest teachers, not only our teachers, because based on your discussions, you can also, with the collaboration of different students and looking at different amazing features of Canva, it will give a nice output for the students because as we go over, Sir Chris, with the policy guidelines and classroom assessment for the K-12 basic education program, it has been enlisted there the different performances that our students may undergo as the teachers may give to them. Like, for example, the campaigns, compositions, literary analysis, portfolio, storytelling, and even spoken poetry. The one that you have given a while ago, Mr. Chris, is a great example that may imitate by our dearest teachers. So it's like you're not only giving a creative way of creating a performance test, but then again, you make a virtual world encompasses of a good image for the students and as well as to our dearest learners. So with that, I will not give you any question just for the interview to go over on that because you have given that a meatier conversation, shall I say, discussion for this session. So I mean, not saying anything, but thank you. Thank you so much, Sir Chris De Vera, for imparting your knowledge, for sharing your expertise for this incoming school year. Back to
Thank
you, especially to our host.
Thank you again.
Bye, Sir Chris.
Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.
And once again, thank you so much, Ma'am Evelyn D. Marquez, and of course, Mr. Chris De Vera.
Yes, thank you, sir. And ano ba nakuha mo sa kanilang po, sir, kanina?
Alam mo, habang nakikinig ako sa ating discussion, dito sa last part ng ating INSET, VINSET 2.0, marami akong natutunan. Una na dyan is that nakakatuwa kasi yung Canva. We have a lot of options. May mga templates tayo, storyboards, and at the same time, you can animate yung mga presentations mo. Yun yung maganda dun di ba, Teacher Pawi?
Yes. Alam mo, sir, I tried using Canva before, no? Actually, always ginagamit natin yung mga teachers, di ba? Kasi sobrang daming choices, sobrang daming templates na pwede natin gamitin para sa ating mga modules or sa presentations, di ba?
And actually, Teacher Pawi, no, we are also using Canva na sa amin din sa DepEd TV to make our visuals interesting. Diba? That's right.
Okay, so with that, I would like to thank our viewers. So I think we have a total of 150,000 plus viewers, combined viewers from YouTube, also from our Facebook page, and sa iba pang social media accounts na nag-stream ng ating virtual INSET for today.
And for sure ako, dear teachers, no, marami kayo natutunan at alam ko, pipiliin nyo din yung mga natutunan ninyo kung alin yung magagamit nyo talaga sa inyong profession. So ngayon, if you're happy and you know it,
clap your hands!
Clap your hands! Dahil we'll be giving this chance para magpa-picture kasama po kayo. Okay po ba tayo dyan, dear teachers, sa mga nasa bahay? So, pwesto lang kami ni Teacher Pawi doon, konting smile tayo, then
Selfie!
let's take a selfie. So, sige.
We'll count from 1 to 5 and then you take your pictures. Okay? Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Another one. VINSET 2.0.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Alam mo, nakakatawa, Teacher Pao, nakikita ko na marami na ako nakikita mga post ng ating mga teachers at yung iba. Nakasama na rin natin dito sa gitna.
Yes, diba? It goes to show na talagang creative ang ating teachers.
Totoo. And we thank you for that one. Okay, so muli po, dear teachers, ang ating pong evaluation link ay makikita rin po sa ating LMS course.
Yes,
Okay.
nandun po lahat. Registration, again, wala pa yung link na inilalabas, ang registration, lahat nandiyan sa ating LMS. And again, meron tayong grace period kung saan pa rin natin, pwede tayo mag-participate dito sa synchronous session natin ito sa ating INSET no, hanggang January 31, 2020.
Totoo yan. Kung na-miss nyo itong araw na ito, medyo naghanga ang ating internet, umikot-ikot at tumambay tayo sa gateway, no problem. Kapag nga sinabi ni Teacher Bowie, hanggang January 31, 2022, pwede nyo kami balik-balikan. Okay?
Yes. Again, voluntary lang ang pag-join sa ating INSET. Pero sa lahat ng teachers natin na nag-participate for today, you'll get a 1-day service credit. At para naman sa ating non-teaching personnel, meron kayong compensatory time off for joining today.
At magkakaroon po tayo ng memo for that one. Okay, dear teachers? Love
Okay,
you.
meron lang tayo po ng mga babatiin, ano, sir?
Konti lang.
Yes, medyo konti. Okay, unang-una na dyan, si SDS Zenia Mostoles ng SDO Bulacan at si Sir Marco Mendurada ng SDO Navotas. Nandyan din si Ma'am Victoria Casha Cabanta, Victor Anthony Cabanta, Ma'am Bethany Dumabi, Ma'am Rio Angeles, and Mr. Flores ng PNET. Kalumpit National High School, Junior High School, and Senior High School faculty and staff from Sir Marco Paulo Victoriano. Alamanza Elementary School from Sir Eric Samonteza, Las Piñas National High School Filipino Department and ICT team from Ma'am Sevilla.
And Equitable Village National High School, SDO Las Piñas, at ang kanilang school head, Sir Darwin Mayo, and Kelly Department Head, Sir Noy. Morning Breeze Elementary School, SDO Caloocan from Ma'am Felisa Santol Elementary School, Balagtas, Bulacan. Hello po. Sir James Roldan and Ma'am Martes Guzman from Sir Jeff Sevilla. Hello po. Napaka-hardworking talaga ng ating mga binati na yan. And Parolan Elementary School teachers in Bulacan. Mabuhay po kayo dyan. Coronadal National Comprehensive High School, Junior High School Department, Yanessa Myra Inamarga, the department head.
And John Anthony Gabuga, Department ng ICT Coordinator and SPFL Coordinator. Barangay Integrated School, Gabriel Supag, Francisco P. Tolentino Integrated High School, Greg Sangala. Dodge Contreras, Lacandula High School from SDO Manila.
Madrasa Educational Program, Alive, Marangal National High School, Dr. Angelica Burayan, hello po. And Maria Socorro Lindo, Malibo Bata Elementary School, Pandi South District. And with the principal, Sir Harold Aratiza, at binabati po kayo ni Ma'am Mary Ann Santos.
Teachers Villarosa Elementary School, Licab Annex from Principal Ma'am Connie P. Teodoro, Dr. Gloria Vicencio, Sir Mark Anthony Mangidos. Mandaluyong High School and the ESP teachers and supervisor, Dr. Ginaline M. Mendoza and Ma'am Dodiosa Macospac.
SDO Tapat, Ma'am Angeline Alama, Sir JJ Esculano, Sir Giovanni Galido, Sir Alan Sagion, and Sir Jerome Lozada.
And of course, ating ICT coordinators ng SDO Bulacan, Sir Marco Paulo Victoriano.
Hello po sa Philippine Department ng Bagong Silang High School. Ating pong head, Ma'am Mirna Pacheco, at ang ating pong minamahal na principal, Dr. Marisa Feliciano.
Okay, ang last, happy birthday again to Dr. Teresa Losaria from SDS ng SDO Caloocan from Sir Baz at Ma'am Pa. And again, General Vito Integrated High School ng SDO Cavite Province at sa kanilang head, Flordelisa A. De La Rosa, kayo ang general.
At ito pa, we have pagbati. Hello sa mga masisipag na teachers na nakatuto from SDO Bulacan, Bulacan District, Matungaw Elementary School, sa PSDS DOS, Dr. Priscilla Navarro at mabait na principal, Maria Lourdes Marcelo, and shout out yan from Maria Luisa P. Biluan of Crisanto Busayco Rizal and Raul Biluan. Shout out din from Sir Rafael Martinez. Binabati niya ang Giginto National Vocational High School at sa kaniyang school head, Sir Roman Carion, at Sir Flo Burlonga ng ICT Department, Grade 8 faculty at sa kanilang district supervisor, Gilbert Agapito. At binabati po nila ang kanilang buting SDS, Ma'am Zenia Mostoles. And nagpapabati din po si Ma'am Jovi. Hello sa mga masisipag na teachers from SDO, Bulacan.
Okay, and last but not the least, no, hello sa Team Suave ng DepEd TV.
Yan, hello po sa inyo. And of course, sa lahat po muli ng ating DepEd TV teacher broadcasters. Hi, everyone.
Okay, and last may pahabol tayo, Maria Teresa Abadilla, Faithful D. At sa SDO Santiago City, from Ma'am April Lee.
At bumabati po kami sa Teachers Be Like.
Yes.
Nakita ko yan. Nandiyan po yung picture namin. Salamat po sa inyo.
Yes,
Binabati po namin si from Sir Michael Valeriano. At pagbati kay Sir Danilo Osorio at sa Korea Philippines Teacher Exchange Program Alumni Association.
Alright.
Yeah.
Wow, Teacher Avengel, I definitely learned plenty of things today from our speakers. And we are just on day 1. There's still so much more to learn in the next 4 days of our virtual INSET.
Tama yan, Teacher Pao, and I'm sure our fellow teachers na kasama po namin sa mga tahanan ngayon ay maraming natutunan talaga. And definitely we are looking forward to be with you on the next days. Sabay-sabay po tayong matuto. Pero bago po mag-end ang ating program, teachers, muli po natin nare-remind ang bawat isa, huwag pong kalimutan ang ating evaluation link. Nasa LMS course po ito.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please rate how well this session's learning objectives were met and how effectively the seminar or conference session met the needs of the audience, the educators, and what may be improved in the future.
Muli po, kung hindi man po kayo nakasabay sa araw na ito, dahil araw po ito, muli, nais ko ulitin talaga to, Happy National Heroes Day at sa inyo po mga guru natin. Pero kung hindi po kayo nakasabay sa ating VINSET Day 1 today, don't worry, kasi meron po tayo hanggang January 30, 2022. Okay? So, click nyo na lang po ang ating LMS evaluation link. At excited na ako, Teacher Pawi, sa ating mga speakers for tomorrow.
So what is in store for us in tomorrow's session, sir? You might ask. Well, we will learn from Ana Marlene Linfogua about the techniques and learning delivery style in conducting effective virtual classes.
Aside from that, Teacher Pawi, Mr. John Wilbur Galen will discuss radio-based instruction reaching far-flung areas.
There's also a topic about child-friendly approaches in empowering para-teachers, which will be tackled by Ms. Angel Habines.
We will also be enlightened about TV-based instruction, effective utilization and plotting to weekly lesson delivery by none other than Mr. Salvador E. Manansala.
Mr. Alvin AC will be talking about applying creativity and innovating teaching through Adobe Spark.
Then, Mr. Arthur M. Aquino will discuss the topic, troubleshooting equipment and digital device awareness.
Lastly, the speakers from the Technology Infrastructure Division and Asset Management Division will talk us through the reorientation for school property custodian and IT coordinators regarding the DepEd computerization program policies and guidelines. Ooh. Tomorrow's session is brimming with excellent resource speakers who are perfect for their respective topics.
That's right, Teacher Pawi. So, don't forget to tune in again tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning, with Mom Carla and myself, along with our new set of speakers for another day of enrichment and empowerment that the DepEd EdTech unit prepared just for you. This has been Teacher Avengel.
And this is Teacher Pao. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual In-Service Training 2.0 of the Department of Education.
Tandaan, mga minamahal namin guro, mahal po namin kayo at ginagawa po namin ito para sa inyo at para sa ikabuunlad po ninyo. Tandaan nyo rin, hindi tayo mapipigilan ng pandemya dahil tayo, mga guro, ay bahagi ng solusyon at pagbabago. Sulong and totalidad!